The following is a special sports presentation of UltimateSportsTalk.com. The following is a special sports presentation of UltimateSportsTalk.com. UltimateSportsTalk.com now presents the defending Heartland Conference champion Mount St. Joseph Lions.
Top of the key. He's going to be hammered. He's going to pull up for the three. Got it at the buzzer! He got it!
This game is brought to you by the Wishbone Tavern on Delhi Avenue. Iron sharpens iron. Call now at 513-383-9773. Sunday's Pub at 8582 Winton Road. Ascent Safety Solutions. Call Tommy Watkins at 513-351-1222. The Mount St. Joseph University. J-Tap Sports Bar at 6441 Glenway Avenue. Effin' Good Chicken Tenders. Call now to order at 513-451-3000. Jake Sweeney Automotive at jakesweeney.com. And La Rosa's Pizza on Rapid Run Road. Call 513-347-1111. Mount St. Joseph University Basketball is a presentation of UltimateSportsTalk.com. Now let's go to the floor for this Lions game. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Harrington Center here on the campus of Mount St. Joseph University. I'm Dave Mitchell. Glad to have you along tonight on UltimateSportsTalk.com as we have got college basketball action for you this evening. Normally, we would be bringing you the Mount St. Joseph Lions, but tonight we'll be bringing you both ends of this doubleheader along with tomorrow, where tonight in the first game of the Mount St. Joseph Annual Tipoff Classic, it will be North Park, who is 0-4 on the season, taking on the Muskingum Fighting Muskies. They are 0-1 on the year also. So a couple of winless teams taking on each other tonight, and as far as we could tell, these two ball games tonight between North Park and Muskingum, and then in the second ball game between the Mount St. Joseph Lions and Waynesburg, the Yellow Jackets, these are the first meetings ever between these two games. So this should be a very entertaining classic going on tonight. Now tomorrow will be game 2 of the classic. In the first game, we'll have North Park taking on Waynesburg. That will be at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And then tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock, you will have the Mount St. Joseph Lions playing Muskingum. So it should be a very entertaining couple of ball games going on tomorrow and tonight here at the Harrington Center on the campus of Mount St. Joseph University. Mount St. Joseph has got one thing in common with Muskingum so far, and that is they both fell to the College of Worcester. Muskingum, in their only ball game of the year so far, back on November 14th, which was a week from last Wednesday night, lost to the Fighting Scots 108-100. That's been their only game of the season. Meanwhile, North Park, they have lost 4 in a row. They fell on Wednesday night to the University of Chicago 87-68. Last year, North Park, under 7th-year head coach Tom Slider, they finished up 5-20 on the year. They were 1-15 in their conference, which is the CCIW. Meanwhile, Muskingum is one of the favorites to win the OAC this year. The Muskies last year were 9-16 overall, and they were 7-11 in the OAC. But they're going to be taking on teams of the caliber of John Carroll, Mount Union, in their division this year. Excuse me, as it's the Thanksgiving holiday, and you've got to get over these colds that are going on. Anyway, we're about 11 minutes away from the tip-off. We're going to compare these two teams and also go over some college basketball information for you. We'll do all that when we come back after this. Stay up to date with all your sports information on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Mount St. Joseph University and Roger Bacon High School sports. Talk about the Cincinnati Reds and Cleveland Indians on the Ohio Baseball Weekly Show every Monday night at 9 during the baseball season. Minute-by-minute scores, opinion articles, stories from the pros, college, and high school levels, including the WWE, MMA, and UFC. Increase your workout level and tickets to any sporting event, all in one spot. Check out UltimateSportsTalk.com every day for your sports fix.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Dave Mitchell back at the Harrington Center. There's some other games going on around the area in the Heartland Conference. Let's take a look at the scores and also what's going to happen around the area this weekend. First of all, today in women's basketball, the Mount St. Joseph women are off today. They are going to be playing Wednesday night. They'll be taking on Wittenberg on Wednesday night here at the Harrington Center. But in women's basketball around the conference today, Manchester defeated Kalamazoo 6 62-48. It was Washington out of Missouri defeating Rose-Hulman 62-37. In a game that is just getting underway, that's Emory playing at Transylvania. And tonight at 8 o'clock, it will be Center taking on Hanover. That game is going on at the Wilmington Women's Basketball Tournament. Now, in games going on tomorrow, either DePaul or Illinois Wesleyan will be playing Rose-Hulman tomorrow. Hanover will be playing either DePaul or Illinois Wesleyan in that one also. And Franklin takes on Wittenberg. Just one game Monday night in women's basketball. That will have Manchester playing at Olivet. Now in men's basketball action in the Heartland Conference, taking a look at the schedule from today and what has happened around the conference after the Thanksgiving break. Hamilton defeated Transylvania earlier this afternoon. That was in Skyboat Gym at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 73-63. There's just 18 seconds left to go in the second half, and that has Bluffton defeating Heidelberg 77-74 in that game. But like we said, there's 18 seconds left to go in that one. In a game that got underway a little while ago, Manchester is playing at Huntington University. No score from that. And like we told you later on tonight, Waynesburg will be playing here at the Harrington Center against Mount St. Joseph. Now, tomorrow, Transylvania will be in action in the Carnegie Mellon Doubletree Invitational. That's in Pittsburgh. Adrian will be playing at Earlham. That game will get underway at 3 o'clock in Muskingum, as we said, also at 3 o'clock, taking on Mount St. Joseph here at the Harrington Center. And on Monday night, just one game, Rose-Hulman will be taking on Wabash. Now, in case you missed it, the Ohio State Buckeyes won big this afternoon over the Michigan Wolverines, 62-39. So the Buckeyes will be playing Northwestern next week in the Big Ten championship game, but it almost assuredly means that the Big Ten will not get a team in the Final Four tournament at the end of the year. Now, elsewhere around the top 25 college football scoreboard, Penn State is beating up on Maryland 14-3 with 4.5 minutes to go in the second half. Alabama getting by Auburn 17-7. That's with 8 minutes left in the half. Miami blanking Pittsburgh 10-0 with 7 minutes to go in the first half. Northwestern over Illinois 21-6. That's at the half. Boston College fell this afternoon to Syracuse 42-21. It was Florida beating up on Florida State. That means Florida State will not be going to a bowl game, 41-14. And in other action around college football, we've got Georgia Tech losing to Georgia 45-21. Kansas State is going to be playing tonight against Iowa State. Kentucky and Louisville get it on tonight at 7 o'clock. South Carolina plays Clemson. That is also at 7 o'clock tonight. LSU will be taking on Texas A&M, but of course the big one that has a lot to do with the top four teams, Notre Dame will be playing at USC. That game will get underway at 8 o'clock on ABC coming up later on this evening. I'm Dave Mitchell. We'll be back to preview tonight's ball game between Muskingum, the visiting team on the scoreboard, and North Park. We'll do that when we come back after this.
Great food and a fun atmosphere. Join your old friends and new at Sunday's Pub on 8582 Winton Road in Finneytown. The month of October marks the 10th anniversary for Sunday's, and they're celebrating. On Mondays is server night. All domestic beers are $1.50. Stop in on Fridays before the game starting at 4 for free appetizers. And when the Bengals are on the road, join Sunday's for a Bengals potluck party. See the Bengals on the big screens at Sunday's. Your taste buds will water when you walk into Sunday's Pub. Sunday's Pub, 8582 Winton Road in Finneytown.
15 grand.
Yes, $15,000.
It's Rocktoberfest at Jake Sweeney Ram Tri-County.
During Ram Power Days, you'll save up to 15 grand on new Ram trucks.
Only at Jake Sweeney Ram Tri-County.
JakeSweeney.com.
Action. Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool. Not in my house, not anywhere. Words have consequences, so we're accountable for the things that we say, and words have meaning. And so we have to be careful with the things that we say and be sensitive to others. And so hopefully we can get that across.
For someone like Grant Hill to say, and I believe it's wrong, and I want you to stop doing it, I think is very powerful.
It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people, and you're better than that.
when it comes to homophobic in the sports world, it's come a long way, and I think that people are realizing that you have to respect one another. You have to respect people's values and what they are, because we're not here to judge. And I think it's critical to start the standard for people that are in kindergarten, first, second grade, and it starts with the NBA, because a lot of these people, you look up to the stars, these role models, and kids want to be you. And if they see how you're acting towards this, it definitely will sway a lot of people.
Dave Mitchell back at Harrington Center here tonight prior to this double dip. First game has the Muskingum Fighting Muskies taking on North Park. Muskingum comes in with a record of 0-1 on the year. Last year they were 9-16 overall, 7-11 in the OAC. They have lost 3 straight dating back to last year. Last year they were 5-6 at home, 4-9 on the road, and they were 0-1 on a neutral floor under head coach Travis Schwab in his 4th year. He's got a record of 29 wins and 39 defeats. His best record was 2 years ago, the 16-17 season, when they finished up 14-13. He is the head men's basketball coach of Muskingum. He had a very successful 8-year tenure at Wittenberg, which included serving as an associate head coach of the men's basketball program since 2013. During his time with the Tigers, Schwab helped lead Wittenberg to the NCAA tournament in 2011, in which they got to the second round, 2012, in which they went one round further into the Elite Eight, and 2014, where they were eliminated in the first round. He helped guide Wittenberg to the 2011-12 regular season North Coast Athletic Conference Championship and to 3 NCAC tournament championship games, all against the College of Worcester. Since 2007, Wittenberg has compiled an impressive 147-82 record. Under Schwab's tutelage, numerous Tiger student athletes were honored as all NCAC accolades. And as we told you, Muskingum opened up the season last Wednesday night, losing at Worcester 108-100. Junior Marcus Dempsey's 33 points are the second most in a game in the 25-year history of that Al Van Wee Rotary Classic up in Worcester. Farmingdale State's Damian Santana had 37 points against Otterbein in 2007. Senior Devin Pert poured out 29 points, shooting 10 of 13 from the field. North Park, on the other hand, they're 0-4 on the season, 0-3 at home, 0-1 on the road. They're averaging 79 points a game, but they're giving up 99 points defensively. Tom Slider, in his 7th year, 62 wins against 93 career defeats. Last year, they were 5-20 on the season, and they were 1-15 in conference play. They were also 3-10 at home, 1-9 on the road, and 1-1 on a neutral floor. They opened up the season with a loss to Lake Forest College, 84-56. They lost both games in the North Park tournament last weekend, 75-68 to Simpson College, and then Saturday to Greenville University, 153-113. So you know they can put some points on the board. Tuesday night they fell to University of Chicago, 87-68. They are led in scoring by Matt Zuba. He's averaging 10.5 points per ball game. Van Tangen comes off the bench for them, although he may start tonight. We weren't able to get the starting lineups prior to tonight's game. So it is going to be, in this Mount St. Joseph Tipoff Classic, in the initial game, the Muskingum Fighting Muskies at 0-1 on the year, taking on North Park at 0-4 on the season. Somebody tonight is going to get their first win of the season heading into tomorrow's action in day 2 of this Tip-Off Classic. I'm Dave Mitchell, and we'll be back with the starting lineups and the opening tip-off of tonight's contest from the Heritage Center when we return right after this.
How does the NBA play green? With the help of the Natural Resources Defense Council. Together, we're sweating every part of the NBA experience to keep the environmental footprint small and the excitement big. From solar on the roof to more recycling stations to less wasteful packaging to low-flow water restrooms. It all adds up. Join the Green Team at nba.com/green and nrdc.org/sports.
Ascent Safety Solutions focuses on preventing injuries before they happen. Ascent partners with employers to create a strong safety culture through ongoing safety evaluations, writing and implementing safety policies and procedures, and OSHA-compliant training. Having challenges on the job site, Ascent provides job site inspections, along with temporary and full-time on-site safety staffing across the nation. Ascent Safety Solutions. Together, we can improve lives and reduce claim costs at the same time. Call Tommy Watkins at 513-351-1222. Every day of the week is a party at J-Tap Sports Bar and Grill at 6441 Glenway Avenue. Start with Saturdays, where J-Taps is your official stop for Mount St. Joe's football before and after the game. On Sunday is the NFL Sunday Ticket. See a different game on every screen. And while you're there, check out the great service while enjoying all the different entrees on the J-Taps menu. It's wing night for Monday Night Football. Tuesday is boneless wing night, and Wednesday stop by for gyro night. It's the place to be. Open every day at 11. J-Tap Sports Bar and Grill at 6441 Glenway Avenue in Cincinnati. It's basketball time here from the Harrington Center on this Saturday night. I'm Dave Mitchell. Glad to have you along tonight on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Let's check the starting lineups for tonight's basketball game. First of all, the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Muskingum Fighting Muskies at 0-1 on the year. They will start at the forward positions. Number 5, Tyler Bardall. Bardall, a 6'4" sophomore, heading into tonight's ball game. At the other forward will be Mitch Clark. Number 10, he is a 6'5" sophomore. Clark out of Dalton, Ohio. And then they will go with 3 guards. Number 15, Jason Peoples, a 5'11" senior. Jalen Page, number 4, a 5'9" senior. And Marcus Dempsey, who had over 30 points in the game against Worcester the opening night. Number 1, he is a 6'1" junior. So it's Bardall and Clark in the front court, Peoples, Page, and Dempsey in the backcourt for head coach Travis Schwab in his 4th year, 29 wins against 39 career defeats. He is assisted by Joe Pook and Bob Weir. Now for North Park, who comes in with a record of 0-4 on the year. They lost to the University of Chicago 87-68 on Tuesday night. They will start at the forwards. Number 21, Vanguard Tangen. He leads the team in scoring with 13 a game. He's a 6'6" junior. At the other forward will be Matt Zubin, number 10. He's a 6'6" sophomore, averaging 10 a ball game. And then they will go with 3 guards. Isaiah Sanders, number 20, a 5'11" sophomore. Toby Merrick is number 0. He is a 6' sophomore. And Kendrell Morris, number 10, is a 5'5" freshman. So it's Tangen and Zuba in the front court. Sanders, Merrick, and Morris will be in the backcourt for head coach Tom Slider in his 7th season. 62 wins against 93 career defeats. He is assisted by Marion Lendon and Justin Halloran. Muskingum in their black uniforms with red numerals, white trim. They will be going from right to left across your computer screen here this evening. And for North Park, they are adorned in their home white uniforms with brown numerals and gold trim. They will be going from left to right. In the center circle is Tangen against Clark. And to be honest with you, I had an opportunity to watch Mitch Clark play a lot up at Dalton High School. He is an outstanding ball player, so he is in the center circle against Tangen, getting set to get this one underway. Clark tips it twice into the backcourt. It'll be taken in by the guard Jalen Page, and we are underway from the Harrington Center. Page goes left-hand side to Bardall. Bardall now gets it back out front to Dempsey. Dempsey had 30 against Worcester the other night. Dempsey with it, swings it around the right-hand side to Peoples. Peoples kicks it back outside. Now back out to Peoples for the 3. Right wing, got it. Jason Peoples, he's got his first 3. And it is 3-0. Muskingum on top of it. With the basketball on the left-hand side is Merrick. Merrick gets it now to the shortest man on the floor, and that is Morris. And then Morris put up the shot, no good. Rebound taken down by Dempsey. Gets it off to Page. Page gets it over to Peoples. Now back outside to Page. Swings it over on the left-hand side to Dempsey. Dempsey back out front to Peoples. Over to Page. Down into the left-hand quarter to Peoples again for the 3. Rimmed it in and out. No good. And the rebound taken down by Matt Zuba. Zuba's averaging 7 rebounds a contest this year. Gets it off on the left-hand side to Morris. Dumps it off underneath into the lane
to Tangen. Tangen put it up with the left hand on the left-hand side. No good, and the rebound taken down by Marcus Dempsey. He'll bring it up the left sideline into the front court. Dempsey goes top side to Bardall. Bardall swings it down to Peebles. Now back out to Bardall. Bardall gets it over to Dempsey, top of the key. North Park in a 2-3 zone defense now. Out front, it goes to Jalen Page. Put up the three. Right side, got it. Page has got his first three of the ball game, and it's 6-0 Muskingum. And North Park may have to consider coming out of that 2-3 zone. On the right side is Kendrell Morris, the 5'5 freshman, running the point out on the right wing. Muskingum in a man-to-man. They get it out to Sanders, top of the key. Right side of the lane to Tangen. Tangen inside the arc, dribbles down to the right block, spins to his right, looks underneath, gets a bounce pass underneath in the lane to Sanders. Put it up, no good, and the rebound taken down by Dempsey. He'll bring it up the floor. He's got 2 rebounds on the night so far. Swings it on the right side to Peebles, down in the right corner for the three. Got it. Peebles has got 6 on 2 threes. Muskingum 3 for 3 from three-point range, and now North Park's going to take a timeout. 17:53 to go in this first half. It's Muskingum 9, North Park nothing.
Explore your nursing career options at Mount St. Joseph University. Built upon 90-plus years of experience in nursing, the Mount's nursing programs prepare professional and ethical leaders who promote holistic, evidence-based healthcare practices. The Mount's nursing programs are fully accredited by the Commission of Collegiate Nursing Education. Apply now at msj.edu/apply to begin classes in the fall. Mount St. Joseph University continues to be a proven leader in nursing education. Visit us at msj.edu.
Well, Muskingum 3 for 3 from three-point range early in this ballgame. They lead at 9-zip. Tom Slider had to take a timeout for his North Park squad. Gets it off after that TO. Bounce pass, tried to feed it underneath the Zuba. Taken away by Muskingum. The other way comes Page. Page feeds it up on the right-hand side to Bardall for the three. Nope, and an over-the-back violation is going to be called underneath on Mitch Clark. The official says he put an elbow into the back of the head of Zuba going for that rebound. So that is the first team foul against either squad tonight, and Clark picks it up. Muskingum in that man-to-man. Merrick gets the basketball out front. Basketball goes to Merrick, now down into the corner to Morris. Morris is going to drive the lane, put up a scoop shot with the right hand. No good. Rebound taken down by North Park, though. Sanders got it, and then he kicks it back out to Merrick for the three-pointer left wing. Nope, and the rebound comes out long into the hands of Peoples. Peoples gets it up the floor into the front court. Got it up the floor to Clark. Clark laid it up with the left hand. Good. Mitch Clark with his first two. It's 11-0 Muskingum on top of it. Into the front court comes Morris. Morris with it right of the lane to the free throw line. Steps inside the lane. Dishes it outside to Merrick. He's going to drive the lane. Laid up with the left hand. Good. Merrick on the left side of the bucket got his first two of the ball game. Breaks the 11-0 streak by Muskingum. And now it's 11-2. 16 and a half left to go. Upbound pass knocked away and out of bounds by Sanders, but it will stay with Muskingum on the far side. Muskies will put the ball inbounds across the floor. Triggering it in will be Dempsey. Muskingum has basically stayed recruiting on the eastern part of Ohio. You could split the state of Ohio north-south right down the middle, and Muskingum stays on the eastern part of it. Dempsey with the basketball between the circles. Drives in against Sanders. Takes it all the way to the right of the lane. Kicks it back out front to Page. Page a couple of dribbles down into the corner to Bardall for the three. Left side. Got it. Tyler Bardall with his first three, and it's 14-2. Muskingum's hit 4 3-pointers early in this game. On the right side is Zuba. Zuba, right corner from 18. Got it. Zuba. He's got his first two. He's a 6'6 sophomore. A lot of athleticism for him. And it's 14-4. Muskingum on top of it. With it now is Clark. Feeds it back out front to Page. He'll put up the three right of the circle. Nope, and the rebound taken down by Zuba. Zuba clears it off up the floor into the front court to Morris. On the right side, back out to Zuba. He tried to feed a pass over on the left-hand side to Sanders, but it was knocked out of bounds by Dempsey, and it will stay with North Park. Into the contest now is Devin Pert. Pert in, and getting a breather will be Peebles. He leaves with 6 points. So Pert into the ball game. He is a 6-foot senior. number 3, with the basketball now. North Park, they get the ball out to Sanders, down into the corner to Zuba. Zuba, one dribble up to the left wing, put it up, no good. Rebound taken down by Mitch Clark. Came flying in from the wing to grab that rebound. Clears it up the floor to Dempsey into the front court, between the legs dribble to the right wing. Now he's going to stop and pop the three-pointer from way outside. No good, and the rebound taken down by Isaiah Sanders. He'll bring it the other way. Now feeds it off up the floor to Simmons. Gets it back outside to Merrick. Put it up for 3. No good, and Mitch Clark grabbed the rebound. A lot of running and gunning so far early in this ball game, just 5 minutes into it. Muskingum with the lead in the basketball. Hurt gets it back out front to Dempsey. Dempsey top of the key. He'll dribble in with the left hand, spin to his right. Put it up with the right hand in the lane. No good, and the rebound taken down by Matt Zuba. He's quickly got 3 rebounds early in this contest. Up the floor, Zuba gets it off to Merrick. Merrick down into the left corner for the shot from the left-hand side by Sanders. No good, and tipped up back and in by Zuba. Zuba with the offensive rebound, got the ball back up and in. And North Park is down by 8. Up the floor, and an illegal screen is going to be called against Muskingum. Into the contest now, Trey Singleton, a 5'11" freshman, has checked in. And also into the ball game is Carson Carter. Carter, a 6'4" freshman. Mitch Clark will leave the ball game. Muskingum now is going to go with, going to start trying to pick up North Park at half court. Now they'll drop off, go into a man-to-man defense. Morris with the basketball, still running the point. Goes out top side to Tangen. Tangen's going to dribble left lane, got the ball knocked free, picked off the floor by Muskingum. Up the floor to Pert. Pert's going to drive it all the way, lost the handle, picked off the floor by North Park. Up the floor it goes to Morris. He'll drive all the way for the layup, up and in. Morris with his first bucket of the ball game on the exchange of turnovers, and North Park has cut it to 6 at 14-8. With it, Pert got the ball knocked free, picks it up near the timeline. Pert to the top of the key, to the line, to the lane, all the way to the bucket with the left hand. No, rebound taken down by Tangen, his first rebound of the evening. He gets the ball up the floor on the left baseline, feeds it off underneath on the run and gun into the lane by Matt Zuba, laid it up and in, and North Park has cut it to 4. 13:33 to go in the first half. Timeout Muskingum. Your score, the Muskies 14 and North Park 10.
The following is a special sport. Need dinner quick for you and the kids? Hit Facebook right now and order from F&N Good Chicken Tenders on 5102 Crookshank Road. Feed the kids, the family. Order a combo for yourself. Eat garden style or feed the peeps. Let the guys at F&N Good Chicken Tenders cater your next get-together, and everyone will thank you. Hand-breaded chicken tenders, homemade sauces, and coleslaw to die for. It's all at F&N Good Chicken Tenders, located at 5102 Crookshank Road. Order now at 451-3000. F&N Good Chicken Tenders. Real chicken, real fast, real good.
Well, Muskingum jumped out to an 11-0 lead, but now North Park has come back and cut it to 4 at 14-10. Muskingum after that timeout with the basketball to Troy Singleton. He's going to drive right of the lane, threw it up off the rim. No, but he's going to be fouled on the way to the bucket. And he'll go to the line shooting 2. Foul will be called against Matt Zuba. Zuba with his first foul. 13:20 left to go in this first half, and going line left is Singleton for the first time for either team tonight, and he missed the free throw. Coming in now, Scott Olson. Cardell Simmons into the ball game also for North Park. Scott Olson, a 6'5" sophomore. Cardell Simmons, a 5'11" senior. Simmons comes in at the guard position. Second one by Singleton is up and good. His first point of the evening. And it's 15-10 in the first game of this double dip. Mount St. Joseph plays Waynesburg in the second game coming up at 7. Top of the key, Zuba shoots the 3 off the back iron. No. Rebound tipped into the corner, comes down into the hands of Singleton. Boy, Muskingum has really had a handle on the board so far early tonight. Carson Carter with it, top of the key, goes left-hand side to Dempsey. Dempsey feeds it over to Carter. Carter with one dribble, back out front to Dempsey. Marcus Dempsey dribbles to the free throw line, pulls up for the 15-footer, rimmed it in and out, no good, and Matt Zuba grabs another rebound, his 5th of the night. Up the floor to Morris into the front court, top of the key. Morris wanted to shoot the 3, gets it to Zuba left wing, tried to bounce pass a pass underneath, and he does get it through to Olsen, and Olsen picked it up off the floor and now dribbles out between the circles. To the left-hand side, it goes to Cardell Simmons. Now back out to Zuba. Zuba with 9 on the shot clock. Zuba gets it over on the left-hand side to Simmons. Simmons left wing, hooks it back to Zuba in the lane, threw it up. No, tipped it up and in himself. Zuba has got 8 of the 12 Viking points, and it is 15-12 Muskingum. Singleton gets it on the left-hand side to Cam Miller, who's into the ballgame, a 6'7 junior. Back to Singleton, put up the 3 right wing, no good. And the rebound, Zuba. He's a one-man wrecking crew right now. Off to Simmons, into the lane. Kicks it off in the right baseline. For the three-pointer, it is up and good by Corvante Davis. Davis wasn't even on our score sheet, and he gets the first 3 and ties this thing up at 15. First time we have been tied tonight. Into the front court comes Muskingum. Dempsey put it up from the free throw line. No good. Carter got the rebound. Feeds it back out front to Pert. Pert's going to drive the lane. Scoop it up with the left hand. Missed everything. Pert got his own rebound. Scramble for it on the floor, though, as the ball got tied up. Going to the floor trying to grab it was Pert and also Simmons, and it'll be a jump ball, and the alternating jump ball will give it back to North Park. Substitutions into the ball game now. Brandon Keys is checking in for Muskingum. Keys, first time he's been in, a 6-foot senior. And now leaving the ball game will be Carson Carter, and checking in Tyler Bardall. He's got 3 points in the ball game. Carter leaves scoreless, but with a rebound. With the basketball into the front court is Merrick. Feeds it off left-hand side to Davis. Davis, top of the key to the free throw line. Kicks it off to Merrick. Right wing 3, drilled it. Toby Merrick has got 5 in the ball game. And don't look now, but North Park has just taken an 18-15 lead. On the left-hand side, Simmons goes out to Keys. Keys down into the right corner. Keys now gets it off to Pert. Pert will dribble it up to the left wing and feeds it off between the circles to Jalen Page, who snuck back into the ballgame. Page around a pick. He'll dribble to the right-hand side, get it back off to Pert, right wing from 17, just a step in front of the arc. No, and a foul will be called against Muskingum, pushing off underneath on the rebound. I believe it's going to be against Singleton. Nope, check at it. It'll be against Brandon Keys. That is his first. And that's the 3rd team foul against Muskingum. Just 1 against North Park so far early in this ballgame. 10.5 to go in the first half. On the right-hand side, Simmons. Simmons has a top key over to Merrick. Merrick on the left wing. Stop and go dribble. Pump fake. Gets it down to Simmons in the left corner. Simmons dribbles up to the left wing. Back to Merrick. Step back. Now back out to Simmons. Underneath pass. It goes on the baseline to Tangen. Put it up from 15 left corner. No good. And the rebound is pulled off the floor by Muskingum. Up to Pert. Pert hook pass out top side to Dempsey. Now to Page for the three-pointer left of the circle. Got it. Jalen Page has got 6, and we're tied up again at 18. 10 minutes to go in this first half. With the basketball, Merrick on the right side of the front court. Feeds it out to Tangen between the circles. Now over on the right-hand side, Davis. Davis holds it up, now dribbles to the right of the lane, pulls up for the 14-footer, just a step inside the free throw line, no good, and the rebound comes down to Pert. Pert will bring it the other way into the front court. Pert, top of the circle, to the line to the lane, laid it up with the left hand, scoop shot, no good. Pert got it ball knocked away, pulled off the floor by Keys, put it up, no, tipped up and in, though, on the rebound by Tyler Bardall. Boy, Muskingum just hit the boards hard, and they take the lead now at 20-18. Into the front court, Davis on the left-hand side. Now goes to Olsen, and a blocking foul is going to be called defensively, and that'll be against Jalen Page. That will be his first and the 4th against Muskingum. Substitutions now for North Park. Simmons is coming back into the ball, or excuse me, Morris is coming back into the ball game. And also checking back in is Matt Zuba. 9:11 to go in the first half. 20-18 your score. Inbounds pass made to Zuba. Now back out to Morris. Morris looking underneath, drives inside the lane, kicks it back out front. Simmons is going to shoot the long 3, no good. Zuba got the rebound, put it up right side with the left hand, good. Zuba has got 10, and he's got 6 rebounds, 2 of them offensively, and we're tied up at 20 again. Into the front court comes Page. Page around a couple of picks, gets it on the left-hand side to Bardall. Now on the drive is Dempsey, and Dempsey is going to be fouled on the way to the hole. No bucket will be called. And the foul is, let's check, it's going to be against Muskingum in that, or no, check at it, it'll be against North Park, and that'll be against Cardell Simmons, his first. And the second as a team against North Park. On the right-hand side, Page has it, now top of the key to Bardall. Bardall dribbles down right in the lane, stops, pops it back out front to the point guard Dempsey. Dempsey, long 3 from the right wing, got it. Boy, that was an NBA 3. Dempsey with his first 3 of the night. And now everybody except for Mitch Clark in the starting lineup has got a 3 for Muskingum, and they lead at 23-20. 8 minutes to go in this first half. Simmons on the right side goes down into the corner to Jake Ellis. Ellis kicks it off to Zuba. Back out front to Vanguard for his 3. Got it from the left wing. Tangen, excuse me. Vanguard Tangen with his first 3 of the night. And we're tied up again at 23. Ever since Muskingum went on an 11-0 run to start this ball game, North Park has outscored them 23-12. Into the front court is Dempsey. Dempsey right at the baseline, put it up off the glass and rim, no good, and the rebound taken down by Zuba. Zuba clears it up the floor to Morris. Morris stop and go dribble, left of the lane, he'll lay it up, no, but a foul will be called on the floor, and it'll be against Muskingum. And that will be called against Page. That will be his second and the 5th against Muskingum as a team. We are tied at 23 with 7:25 to go in this first half of action. Halftime, we'll go over all the scores coming up at halftime here in this Tipoff Classic. Second game, we'll have Waynesburg taking on Mount St. Joseph. That'll come up about a half an hour after this first game. Morris, stop and go dribble, kicks it out to Jake Ellis for the right corner 3. No good. Nice box out by Muskingum underneath. They clear it up the floor to Dempsey. Dempsey all the way to the hole, laid it up, blocked away by Morris, picked out of the air by Morris, and he'll bring it up the floor. Morris with it, hook pass, tried to get it underneath to Jake Ellis on the cut to the bucket, but it was knocked out of bounds on the play by Jason Peoples, and it will stay with North Park. 6:56 to go in the first half. We're tied at 23. Inbounds pass comes into Cardell Simmons. Simmons feeds it into the lane to Morris. Morris, he'll put up the right-hand scoop shot, put it up, no, and he's going to be fouled, and that'll be against Peoples. And if that is against Peoples, that'll be his second. Let's check and see who that foul is against. It'll be the 6th against Muskingum as a team. Nope, that's only the 1st against Peoples. 6:49 to go in the first half, and going line right is Kendrell Morris. He's got 2 points in the ballgame. First trip to the line, and he misses the free throw. No good. Now Cardell Simmons is going to leave the ball game, and checking back into the contest is Davis. So Davis is back in. And the second shot by Kendrell Morris is up and good. He's got 3. And North Park has regained the lead at 24-23. With it is Singleton, left all alone for the 3. Defensive breakdown by North Park, and Singleton made them pay. He's got his first 3 of the night. 4 points in the ball game, and it's 26-24. Muskingum with the lead. On the right side is Morris for the 15-footer right of the lane. No good. And the rebound taken down by Bardall. He'll clear it up the floor to Dempsey into the front court. Stop and go dribble all the way to the lane. Laid it up, hit the bottom of the rim. Rebound knocked outside, pulled down by Davis. Davis brings it up. It's a 3-on-3 break on the right-hand side to Morris. Kicked it off to Zuba. Laid it up in the lane, up and in. Zuba's got 12, and with 6 minutes to go, we are tied again at 26 here in the first half. Singleton with the basketball on the right-hand side. Singleton gets it off to Page, down into the left corner to Singleton, dribbles to the free throw line again. Singleton with the basketball down into the right corner. Now top of the key to Dempsey for the three. Got it. Boy, he's adept at shooting with nobody on him or with a hand in his face. And that gives Muskingum the lead at 29-26. With it is Tengen. Tengen clears it off to Ellis. Ellis dribbles top of the key down in the right corner. Back out to Tengen, right wing. He'll drive the lane. Lay it up with the left hand. Good. Tengen has got 5, and North Park pulls to within 1 at 29-28. Well, what a good first half this has been. With it on the right side is Cam Miller from Muskingum. Feeds it off to Singleton, left of the lane to Dempsey. Dempsey barely leaves the floor for Travis Schwab's club. Kicks it off to Singleton, right wing. Back out to Peoples, and a reach-in foul will be called on Jake Ellis. That will be his first. Tried to reach in and knock the pass away from Peoples. Coming into the contest now, Isaiah Sanders will check back in for North Park. MJ Smith into the ball game. He's a 6-foot freshman, making his first appearance. Peoples will leave. Inbounds pass made to Singleton. Singleton, top of the circle. Now dribbles over on the left-hand side. Singleton, top of the circle. Gets it off to MJ, and MJ Smith put it in from the top of the key for the three. Well, he came off the bench, and he's shooting threes, too, and it's 32-28 Muskingum. They are a three-point shooting ball club. With it is Morris into the lane. Kicks it off into the left-hand corner to Sanders. Sanders dribbles up to the wing, left of the lane, spins to the baseline, tried to feed it underneath, stolen away by Smith. Smith the other way. He'll lead the break from Muskingum across the timeline on the left-hand side to Singleton. Now back out top of the key. It goes to Keys. Now to Carter. Carter got it off to Dempsey. Fed it back off to Carter. Carter top of the key to Singleton. Drives right side. Got the ball knocked away. Stolen away by Zuba. Gets a pass up the floor to Sanders. 2-on-2. Tried to feed it over to Davis, and it's stolen away on the pass by MJ Smith. Up the floor. Knocked free and out of bounds, and it will stay with Muskingum. 4 minutes exactly to go in this first half. Toby Merrick back into the ball game with his 5 points. So far, Muskingum shooting 46% from the field, while North Park 42% in the ball game. Dempsey leads the way with 8 points, and Matt Zuba has got 10 in the contest. And while all that's going on, there's a timeout on the floor. It'll be a 30-seconder. 3:59 to go in the first half of play here from the Harrington Center at Mount St. Joseph University. It is the Muskies 32, the Vikings 28.
Life should be enjoyed, so get up and start. At Iron Sharpens Iron Personal Training, they develop a healthy relationship with you and provide a positive, encouraging environment to train. The staff at Iron Sharpens Iron will set up a personal training system that fits you and you alone. And your first session is free. Are you ready to have fun and get in shape? Iron Sharpens Iron serves the greater Cincinnati area. Check them out at isi-pt.com. That's isi-pt.com. Or call them today at 513-748-1538.
Well, the Vikings used that timeout. That was their second 30 of the ball game, so they'll have 4 remaining. Muskies have 5 as they used one just a little bit ago. Muskies have the basketball, top of the circle. They go to Brandon Keys, now off on the right-hand side to Singleton. Singleton dribbles to the free throw line, left of the circle, now back out front to Dempsey. Dempsey with it, pulls up for the three-pointer, top of the key, drilled it. Boy, that kid can really shoot the ball. I can see why he had 30 against Worcester. 35-28, Muskingum back out to another big lead. Zuba left of the circle for the long three. Hit it off the back iron, too strong. Rebound taken down by Muskingum. The other way, Dempsey got the ball knocked free, picked up the floor by Clark. Now back out front to Dempsey. Dempsey with it on the right side. Now sets up the offense, top of the key, stops on the right side, kicks it off into the right baseline to Carter for the three. No good, and the rebound taken down by Kendrell Morris. Morris will bring it the other way into the front court, lobs it underneath to Zuba, right block. Zuba down deep, turns to the baseline, put it up with the right hand, hit the front iron, no good, and the rebound taken down by Cam Carter. Carter gets it off the other way and now gets the ball back top of the circle to Dempsey, right sideline. Dempsey dribbles to the three-point arc, now stops, pulls it out, puts it up on the run, no good, ball knocked free Kicked off to Singleton with a three-pointer left baseline, no good. Rebound tapped off the glass, and it'll be taken away by Morris. Morris will bring it up the right-hand side with 2.5 to go in this first half. Around a pick, Morris between the legs dribble, stop and go, right of the lane, kicks it off to Tengen for the two-pointer left side, got it. Tengen has got 7, and it's 35-30. North Park down by 5, 2:15 to go in the first half of action. Bounce pass on the left-hand side to Brandon Keys. Keys goes off top of the key to Singleton. Singleton dribbles to the left of the lane. Now back off to Smith underneath to Keys. Keys backs in against Tengen. Now off to Carter. Carter drives the lane. Laid it up with the right hand. Good. Carter with his first two and a nice individual move to the bucket. 37-30, a minute and a half, minute 50 to go in the first half. Up the floor is Morris. Morris feeds it off to Toby Merrick. Merrick with the top of the key. He's going to drive the lane. Got the ball knocked free. Picked it up on the right side. Back out front to Morris. Left wing to Zuba. Zuba with 10 on the shot clock. Long left wing. 3 from the sideline. No good. Rebound tap free. Comes down into the hands of North Park to Tengen. Underneath tried to go to Zuba. Picked off the floor by Carter. And now Carter gets it off to Dempsey. And Dempsey will be fouled, bringing it up the floor. And the foul will be against Kendrell Morris. That's his first. And it should be the 5th against North Park as a team. And it will be a minute 26 to go. Cardell Simmons will come back into the ball game. In case you missed it, Ohio State defeated Michigan this afternoon. 6th year in a row they have defeated Michigan in the Big House. 62-39 was the final today. 37-30 here. Muskingum on top of it. A minute 19 to go in the first half. Singleton's going to drive the lane. Laid up with the right hand on the right side. No good. Tip up off the rim and out of bounds, and it will go back to North Park. Boy, Muskingum has been active on the offensive board so far tonight, but they have not been able to break away since that 11-0 lead. Dempsey steals the pass on the wing. He's going to go all the way, coast to coast, lay it up and in front of Zuba. Dempsey's got 11, 39-30 the other way, and there's going to be an offensive foul, or what are they calling? We have got a foul called against MJ Smith of Muskingum. That is his first, and that should put Muskingum over the limit and send North Park to the line, but I guess they're not going to call it that. Now, Tom Slider is saying, hey, wait a minute, we're over the limit here. We should be going to the free throw line, and now the officials catch it, and they will be. So going to the line will be Cardell Simmons, the 5'11 senior, line right with 54.5 seconds to go in the half. Put up the front end, got it. Simmons with his first points of the night. And it makes it 39-31. Second one by Simmons from line right. Shoots that one off the back iron. No rebound. Tengen will dribble it out of a crowd. Gets it out front to Merrick for North Park. Merrick with 45 seconds to go. Shot clock at 20. Merrick with it between the circles with the right hand guarded by Singleton. Muskingum in the man-to-man. Merrick still with the right hand dribble. Goes left-hand side to Simmons. Simmons now dribbles up top of the key on the right wing to Merrick. All alone for the three-pointer. Got it. No good. It rimmed in and out, but he was fouled on the play, and Merrick will go to the line shooting 3. Boy, a foul by Carson Carter as he came flying out, trying to avoid the foul, but he got Merrick, knocked Merrick to the ground. He missed the shot, but he'll go to the line shooting 3. Puts up the first one up and in. Merrick has got 6, and he'll get another 2. Draws the Vikings within 7, 39-32, 32.5 to go. Second one by Merrick, good again. (39-33), 32.5 left to go. And the third one by Merrick is up, and that one is good again. So Merrick gets all three. 39-34, a half a minute to go, and there is about a 3-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Into the front court, Dempsey. Dempsey is just going to hold it up out near the left side of the timeline. Now dribbles out into the center circle. 17 seconds on the game clock, 14 on the shot clock. Dempsey with it on the right side of the front court. 9 on the shot clock now. Dempsey wants it all his own. He's going to take it to the hole, to the free throw line. Puts up a runner off the glass and rim. No. Rebound tipped up by Smith. No. Taken down by Tangen. Tangen, that will not be able to do anything with it, as that is the end of the first half of play. Muskingum jumped out to an early 11-0 lead. And then North Park started going to work. They just kept chipping away. They actually took the lead on a couple of occasions. And here at the end of the first half of action from the Harrington Center, it is now Muskingum 39, North Park 34, in which has shaped up to be a pretty darn good basketball game. I'm Dave Mitchell. We'll be back to take a look at the stat story and also the scoreboard from around not only college basketball but college football when we return after these timeouts.
Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10. Stay up to date with all your sports information on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Mount St. Joseph University and Roger Bacon High School sports. Talk about the Cincinnati Reds and Cleveland Indians on the Ohio Baseball Weekly Show every Monday night at 9 during the baseball season. Minute-by-minute scores, opinion articles, stories from the pros, college, and high school levels, including the WWE, MMA, and UFC. Increase your workout level and tickets to any sporting event, all in one spot. Check out UltimateSportsTalk.com every day for your sports fix. Ascent Safety Solutions focuses on preventing injuries before they happen. Ascent partners with employers to create a strong safety culture through ongoing safety evaluations, writing and implementing safety policies and procedures, and OSHA-compliant training. Having challenges on the job site? Ascent provides job site inspections, along with temporary and full-time on-site safety staffing across the nation. Ascent Safety Solutions. Together, we can improve lives and reduce claim costs at the same time. Call Tommy Watkins at 513-351-1222.
Everyone loves pizza. But when people who love to serve their family recipes come together with people who really love to enjoy them, that's when the magic happens. That's the recipe for happy. Now, who's hungry? La Rosa's Family Pizzeria. The recipe for happy.
Order La Rosa's Pizza now at 347-1111.
Dave Mitchell back here at the Harrington Center on the campus of Mount St. Joseph University. 39-34, Muskingum, the Fighting Muskies, have the lead by 5 over the North Park Vikings out of Chicago. Vikings came in with a record of 0-4, but they have played nothing like a team that had a record of 0-4. The first 5 minutes they looked like they might be. They were down 11-0 early, and Muskingum had hit their first 4 3-point shots to start the first half of the ball game and led it 11-0. But then Muskingum started coming back and eventually got the lead, then fell down again by 8, and now they are down by 9 here at the by 5, here at the half, 39-34. Your leading scorers so far in the ball game, Marcus Dempsey has got 11 to lead the way for Muskingum, and leading the way for North Park in the contest with 12 is Matt Zuma. But after about the 12-minute mark of that first half, Muskingum started shutting down Zuba, and he looked like a mere mortal. Boy, throughout about the 5-minute mark out to the 12-minute mark, that 7-minute period right there, Zuba looked like like a wild man. He had 12 points, and he also grabbed 7 rebounds during that period. But right now it's 39-34. Muskingum with a 5-point lead. I'm Dave Mitchell. We'll be back to take a look at some scores from around college football and college basketball. We'll do that when we come back.
What is power? It's loyalty to the game. Power inspires. Power unifies. Power never quits. Power makes the impossible possible in rising to the top. We are the American, and we are power.
169.
Yes, 169.
It's Rocktoberfest at Jake Sweeney Jeep, Tri-County.
During Jeep Adventure Days, lease the all-new Cherokee Latitude for only $169 a month.
Only at Jake Sweeney Jeep, Tri-County.
JakeSweeney.com.
Just a couple final scores in the Heartland Conference this afternoon. Transylvania fell to Hamilton 73-63. That's at a tournament going on in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And Bluffton edged Heidelberg today 79-76. That's in men's college basketball around the Heartland Conference. Now, in college football today, the Ohio State Buckeyes defeated Michigan by a final of 62-39. Now, the Buckeyes' record is 11-1 on the year, and now let the debate begin as to whether it should be Ohio State or Oklahoma be the fourth team into the playoffs. My bet is it doesn't matter what happens next week. If Ohio State defeats Northwestern, they will not get in. That loss to Purdue was just too devastating for the committee to pick the Buckeyes to take on any type of team the caliber of Alabama or Clemson. Elsewhere in college football going on right now, Penn State over Maryland 17-3. That's in the third quarter, 9:36 remaining. Alabama is leading Auburn by 10 in the Iron Bowl, 24-14. That's just at the beginning of the second half. Miami blanking Pitt 10-0 with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Northwestern having their way with Illinois, 24-6. Northwestern will be the Buckeyes' opponent in the Big Ten championship game next week. That's with 2:16 to go in the third quarter. Boston College lost at Syracuse today, 42-21. We already told you about the Ohio State-Michigan game. Florida State will not be going to a bowl game this year. Florida demolished them today. The 11th-ranked Gators won 41-14. And it was Georgia defeating Georgia Tech in their contest this afternoon by a final of 45-21. Kentucky will be playing Louisville tonight. That game is at 7 o'clock, and you can catch that game on ESPN2. And while you're doing that, just tune in to us here on Ultimate Sports Talk for the second game of tonight's doubleheader, and that will have Waynesburg taking on the Mount St. Joseph Lions. Now, in college basketball, men's college basketball, in the NCAA that was going on today, just 3 ball games in the top 25. Kansas State at halftime is leading Lehigh 37-35. A final score, Virginia Tech over San Francisco 75-37. And it was Buffalo over Marist 76-49. The women's basketball team from Mount St. Joseph will be back in action. That'll be Wednesday night, and they will be playing here at the Harrington Center against Wittenberg. Dan Benjamin's squad has got a 1-1 record, and they will be playing here at the Harrington Center Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. Hope to see you here for that contest. Right now at halftime, your score 39-34. The Muskies leading the Vikings. I'm Dave Mitchell. We'll be back with the first half stats right after this. This Mount St. Joseph basketball broadcast is made possible by J-Tap Sports Bar at 6441 Glenway Avenue, the Mount St. Joseph University, Effin' Good Chicken Tenders. Call now to order at 513-451-3000. Jake Sweeney Auto at jakesweeney.com, and La Rosa's Pizza on Rapid Run Road. Call 513-347-1111. Please let these sponsors know you heard their name on Mount St. Joseph broadcast on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Mount St. Joseph is back at home tomorrow afternoon in Game 2 of the Lions Tipoff Classic from the Harrington Center. Game 1 has North Park out of Chicago playing the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets at 1. The Lions then host the Muskingum Fighting Muskies at 3. This is Dave Mitchell. Join me for all the action of Lions basketball tomorrow with the pregame show starting at 12:30 and the tip-off at 1 o'clock for the first game. Then the Lions go after the Muskies. It's the annual Tipoff Classic from the Harrington Center at Mount St. Joseph University, Sunday, and you can hear it all starting at 12:30 on UltimateSportsTalk.com. And in today's initial game, it's 39-34, Muskingum on top of the North Park Vikings. Let's take a look at the scoring for this afternoon's ball game. First of all, leading the way for Muskingum, it is Marcus Dempsey leading the way for Muskingum. He has got 11 points on the afternoon, 3 of 5 from three-point range, 4 of 9 overall. He's got 5 rebounds in the contest and an assist. Jalen Page, 6 points in the ballgame, 2 of 3 from the field, all from three-point range. 2 assists in the contest, 1 foul for Page, and 6 points. Jason Peoples also with 6 points in the ballgame. He is also 2 of 3 from three-point range. He has not been to the line. 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 foul for Peoples. Tyler Bardall has got 5 points in the ball game, 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from three-point range, 3 rebounds, 3 assists in the ball game. Trey Singleton with 4 points, 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from three-point range, 1 of 2 from the charity stripe, and 1 assist in the contest. MJ Smith has got a 3-pointer on just 1 attempt in the ball game and a foul. Mitch Clark, 2 points in the ball game from 1 of 1 from the field. He's got 3 rebounds, 2 personal fouls. Carson Carter, 2 points in the ball game, 3 rebounds, 1 foul. Devin Pert off the bench, 0 for 4 with 1 rebound and no points. Cameron Miller and Brandon Keys each played in the first half but did not score. They each grabbed 1 rebound in the first half. For North Park, they're being led by Matt Zuba with 12 points in the ball game, 6 of 13 from the field, 0 of 3 from three-point range, 6 rebounds, and 1 foul in the first half for Matt Zuba. 9 points for Corvante Davis. Davis, 3 of 4 from the field, 3 of 3 from three-point range, 2 rebounds, and an assist for Davis. Toby Merrick has got 5 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from the three-point line. He's 3 of 3 from the line, though, for 5. Vanguard Tangen. Tangen has got 2 of 6 from the field, 4 rebounds, 4 points. Kendrell Morris, 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 foul, and 3 points for Morris. 1 point for Cordell Simmons on 0 of 2 from the field, 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Jake Ellis, Isaiah Sanders, and Scott Olson each played in the first half, but they did not score in the first half. Muskingum, 14 of 31 from the field for 45%. North Park, 13 of 33 for 39%. From three-point range, Muskingum shooting 59% on 10 of 17, while North Park just 3 of 11 for 27%. From the line, Muskingum only been there twice. 1 of 2 from the line, 5 of 7 from the stripe for North Park. Turnovers, North Park's committed 6 to Muskingum's 2, but they haven't been able to take much advantage of it. Muskingum only 5 points off turnovers, while North Park with 2 points off turnovers. So that's just a positive point total of 3 from Muskingum off the TOs. Total rebounds, Muskingum 18, 21 going to North Park, but offensively, North Park, it's a surprise. They are offensive rebounding. Muskingum 7 to 3 in this first half. Muskingum's got 9 assists compared to just 4 for North Park in the ball game. Steals, 6 for Muskingum compared to just 2 for North Park. But second chance points, North Park, that's where they're staying alive in this ball game. That and points in the paint. Second chance points 8 to 2 in favor of North Park, and points in the paint 14 to 8 in favor of North Park. And your score here at the half, 39-34. Muskingum on top of the Vikings. I'm Dave Mitchell. Second half action is next from the Harrington Center on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Every day of the week is a party at J-Tap Sports Bar and Grill at 6441 Glenway Avenue. Start with Saturdays, where J-Taps is your official official stop for Mount St. Joe's football before and after the game. On Sunday is the NFL Sunday Ticket. See a different game on every screen. And while you're there, check out the great service while enjoying all the different entrees on the J-Taps menu. It's wing night for Monday Night Football. Tuesday is boneless wing night. And Wednesday, stop by for gyro night. It's the place to be. Open every day at 11. J-Taps Sports Bar and Grill at 6441 Glenway Avenue in Cincinnati. Life should be enjoyed, so get up and start. At Iron Sharpens Iron Personal Training, they develop a healthy relationship with you and provide a positive, encouraging environment to train. The staff at Iron Sharpens Iron will set up a personal training system that fits you and you alone, and your first session is free. Are you ready to have fun and get in shape? Iron Sharpens Iron serves the greater Cincinnati area. Check them out at isi-pt.com. That's isi-pt.com, or call them today at 513-748-1538.
These tragedies have to stop. There must be accountability. Black, white, brown. We are one. We are one. One. We will not stick to sports. We will not shut up and dribble. This is bigger than basketball. Change can be uncomfortable. Change is necessary. We need to talk. We need to act. We matter. We must unite. Say his name. Stephon Clark. Stephon Clark. We must unite.
39-34, Mount St. Joe, I should say Muskingum, up by 5. Mount St. Joseph will be playing in the second game tonight, and that will be about a half an hour after this one against Waynesburg. Muskingum going to start out with their original starting lineup: Bardall, Clark, Peoples, Page, and Dempsey. They'll be going from left to right across the computer screen. And for North Park, they're going back with their starters also: Tangen, Zuba, Sanders, Merrick, and Morris. Muskingum will have the basketball to open up the second half, and they inbound the basketball to Page, and we're underway. Page trying to picks up by Clark, right of the circle, now gets it off to Clark, top of the key, right of the lane. He'll put it up from 17, no good, and the rebound taken down by Tangen. Tangen clears it off up the floor to Morris. Now back to Tangen, right of the front court. Tangen swings it over to the right sideline to Sanders. Sanders kicks it back out front to Morris. Left wing to Merrick. Merrick now back under to Tangen. Left block, kicks it out to Merrick. Merrick left wing, dribbles over to the left wing from 15, put it up, and kindly got the roll up and in. Toby Merrick has got 7, and it's 39-36. North Park has pulled to within 3 again. This one's been a good one here from the Harrington Center. A couple of teams looking for their first win of the year. With it is Page, left of the circle. Now back to Peoples. He'll pop the top of the key. Right wing 3, no good. And the rebound will be taken down out front by Sanders. He'll clear it off up the floor into the front court. Up the right-hand side to Morris. Now over to Zuba. Zuba back to Morris. Drives the lane. Laid it up on the left side with the right hand. Good. Morris has got 5, and it's a 1-point Muskingum lead now, 39-38. Coming the other way is Page. Page stops right wing to the circle. It goes to Mitch Clark, disdains the 17-footer, gets it back out to Dempsey. Now top of the key, Clark for the 3. Top of the key, got it. Boy, Clark didn't want to take the 17-footer in the key, kicked it out, and then went out beyond the three-point arc, about 5 feet beyond where he had it earlier, and shot the 3 and drilled it. He's got 5, and it's 42-38. Muskingum the other way. Comes Merrick, kicks it back out to Morris for the 3. Got it. Boy, Morris is equally adept going inside-outside. He's got 8, 42-41. North Park down by a point. Into the front court comes Muskingum. They get the ball off between the circles to Peoples. Now off the free throw line to Clark. Clark's going to drive left to the lane. Throw it up with the left hand. No ball, knocked free. Clark got a hand on it, but it's picked out of the air by Zuba. Up the floor to Morris. North Park can take the lead. Then Morris got the ball picked by Clark. Clark will bring it the other way against Zuba. 1-on-1 all the way to the lane. Laid it up too hard. Rebound loose. Taken away by North Park. They get it up the floor to Morris from right to left into the front court. Morris kicks it off to Merrick, now down into the corner to Dempsey, and he'll put it up and in. Check that. Zuba for the 3 from the right corner. Zuba got the bucket. He's got 15. Time out, Muskingum. 17:24 to go in this second half of action. And your score, it's now North Park 44, Muskingum 42. This Mount St. Joseph basketball broadcast is made possible by the Wishbone Tavern on Delhi Avenue. Iron sharpens iron. Call now at 513-383-9773. Sunday's Pub at 8582 Winton Road. Ascent Safety Solutions. Call 513-351-1222. And the Mount St. Joseph University. Please let these sponsors know you heard their name on Mount St. Joseph broadcast on UltimateSportsTalk.com. So North Park has battled back to take the lead in the ball game, 44-42. After that timeout by Muskingum, Peebles has the basketball to the free throw line, kicks it off on the left-hand side to Page, back to Peebles, now left of the lane to Clark. Clark is going to back inside, put it up with the right hand, nope, and the rebound will be taken down by Matt Zuba. Zuba clears it off into the front court to Morris. Morris now to Zuba between the circles. Zuba on the left side, gets it now off to Tengard. Tangen with it, now back to Morris. Morris has it on the left side of the front court, now gets it back to Zuba. He's going to drive left baseline, kick it out to Tangen all alone, top of the key, three, no good off the side iron, and the rebound chased down by Dempsey of Muskingum. He'll bring it the other way, and he ran right into Sanders, and Sanders didn't give him any leeway, and Sanders will pick up the foul. That is his first. And it will be the first foul against either team here in this second half. 16:37 left to go. Putting it in play, Muskingum on the back door. Nice play. It goes to Dempsey, and Dempsey is going to be an inadvertent whistle. Dempsey went up. The shot was blocked by Zuba. The official underneath blew his whistle and immediately said inadvertent whistle and gave the ball back to North Park. So North Park has it up by 2. That's been the biggest lead that they've had, 44-42, 16:20 remaining in this ball game. With it left of the lane is Tangen. Tangen backing it against Clark into the lane. Turnaround right-hand shot from 5. Good. Vanguard Tangen has got 6, and it's 46-42 North Park with their biggest lead of the afternoon. Page the other way for Muskingum. Kicks it off on the left-hand side to Peebles for the 3. It's an air ball pulled out of the air by Zuba. Zuba will get it up the floor to Morris into the front court up the right side. Morris with the top of the key, splits the defense all the way to the line. Picked up by Zuba off the floor, and a foul is going to be called underneath. I believe it's going to be on Mitch Clark. And it will be on Clark, and they're going to say Zuba was in the act of shooting. Mitch Clark picks up his 3rd personal of the ball game, and Zuba is going to get the benefit of the doubt, and he is going to go to the line shooting 2 shots. He picked up the ball off the floor and then looked to go up for the shot, and the official gave him the benefit of the doubt. And Zuba, line left, puts it up and in. He's got 16 in the ball game. First free throw he's hit. Clark will leave with those 3 fouls, and checking back in is Cam Miller, the 6'7 junior. He played in the first half but didn't score. Second one from line left is Zuba. Got that one going. Zuba's got 17. He leads all scorers here this afternoon. And it's 48-42 North Park. On a backdoor, nice feed to Dempsey. Dempsey dribbles in on the left-hand side, lays it up and in. Marcus Dempsey has got 13, and it's 48-44 North Park. Muskingum in that man-to-man defense. Merrick gets it out top of the key to Zuba. Zuba now to Morris. Morris looking underneath, trying to get the ball on a post-up to Zuba. Does on the right block. Turnaround shot from 5. Nope. Rebound tipped out front to Peoples. Peoples now to Page, and he'll bring it across the timeline. Page into the front court with a right-hand dribble. Hands it off between the circles to Dempsey. Dempsey is guarded by Sanders. Dempsey in the man-to-man. Step back. Gets it off to Peoples. Left wing 3. Drilled it. Peebles has got 9 on 3 3-pointers tonight, and it's 48-47, under 15 to go in the ball game. North Park with a 1-point lead in the ball. Morris on the left wing. He's got a mismatch now, guarded by Carter. Back out front to Tangen. Tangen kicks it off to Zuba, drives down to the right baseline, top of the key. Tangen all alone for the 3. Backed it off the back iron, no good. Rebound comes down into Sanders' hands, now back out to Zuba. Zuba sets up the offense now with Morris, and Morris, with 20 on the shot clock, will reset everything between the circles. Around a double pick comes Merrick. Merrick to the left-hand side to the top of the key, between the legs dribble, kicks it off to Zuba, left corner for the three, banked it off the rim, no good, and the rebound taken down by Dempsey. He'll bring it up for the Muskies, and then got his pocket picked by Morris. Morris is going to bring it in against Bardall all the way to the lane, then dumps it off to Sanders, missed the layup. Sanders got it back, laid it up and in. Sanders with his first two, put it up too softly the first time, but he got the rebound and put it back in, and the Vikings lead it by 3 again at 50-47. Dempsey, free throw line, 17-footer, got it. Dempsey with 15 in the ball game, and it's 50-49. Muskingum down by a point, in North Park with the basketball. Into the front court. Tangen at the free throw line. Tangen now dribbles out between the circles. Can't find a cutter. Kicks it off to Sanders. Now top of the key, Tangen. Tangen left of the lane. Out front to Merrick. Merrick's going to drive right side. Gets it off to Zuba. Zuba over on the left wing to Morris for the three. Drilled it. Boy, they have got their offense figured out right now. Morris has got 11. And again, it's a 4-point Vikings lead. 53-49. 13:09 left to go in the game. With it is Bardall. Bardall right wing for Muskingum, out top of the circle to Carter. Now to Miller. Miller with the basketball on the right-hand side. Miller to Dempsey. Dempsey throws up a right-hand three-pointer. No good. Rebound tipped over to Tangen. Tangen will get it off to Morris, and North Park looking to extend their 4-point lead. That's the largest that they've had tonight. Tangen over on the right side to Morris, right sideline, excuse me. Morris between the circles with a right-hand dribble to Tangen. Tangen's missed a couple of threes, so he's a little hesitant to take this one. Dribbles the left hand of the lane. Got the ball knocked free by Peoples. Peoples is going to drive all the way for the layup, up and in. Peoples with his first conventional field goal of the evening. He's got 11 after hitting 3 threes, and it's 53-51 North Park. Morris for the Vikings with it between the circles. Kicks it over to Sanders on the left-hand side. Sanders with the basketball. Looks underneath, now back out to Morris. Top side, he's going to shoot the three right of the circle. Got it! Morris is hot. He's got 14, 3 straight threes, and it's 56-51 Vikings. 11:45 to go in the ball game. Bardall on the right side. Now it goes to Miller. Left side to Peoples. Peoples top of the key to Page. Page drives the lane. Throws up a floater from 5. Got it. Page has got 8 in the ball game, and it's 56-53 Vikes. Morris will bring it up across the timeline, taking his time. 20 on the shot clock, and now North Park wants to use a timeout. 11:22 to go in the ball game. The Vikings, with a big second half here, lead it by 3, 56-53 over the Muskies. You're listening to the Tipoff Classic from Mount St. Joseph University on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
You want to advance your career through education, but you have a busy family and work schedule. Mount St. Joseph can help. The Mounts School of Business offers an MBA program on Saturday mornings, where you can earn your master's degree in 2 years. Courses are led by faculty who are experts in their areas and taken one at a time, and the GMAT is not required for admission. Classes every Saturday can make a huge difference in your life and your career. Learn more about the Saturday MBA program. Visit msj.edu/MBA.
People just love the quality from Effin' Good Chicken Tenders on 5102 Crookshank Road in Cincinnati. They use fresh chicken, and it's always hand-breaded with homemade sauces daily. And order the coleslaw. You won't regret it. Ordering out is easy at Effin' Good Chicken Tenders. Order dinner on Facebook right now or call 451-3000. At Effin' Good Chicken Tenders, order up a combo, feed the family, or your sudden drop-in guests. Effin' Good Chicken Tenders, located at 5102 Crookshank Road. Order at 451-3000. Effin' Good Chicken Tenders. Real chicken, real fast, real good.
11:22 left to go in the ball game. 56-53. Vikings on top of the Muskies. So far, Muskingum here in this ball game, 20 of 44, 45.5% from the field. 45.7% for North Park at 21 of 46 in the ball game. But the real spark plug for North Park so far has been Kendrell Morris. He's got 14 points in the ball game, and Morris is going to shoot a right wing three-pointer. Missed it. That's the first one he's missed here in the second half. Rebound comes out long, chased down in the backcourt by Zuba. Zuba with it on the left-hand side. It goes to Scott Olson for three. Left wing, got it. Boy, this is quite a performance North Park is putting on here in the second half. They lead it by 6, 59-53. They have scored 25 points to just 14 for Muskingum here in the second half. Peoples pulls up for the left of the circle. Jumper from 18, got it. Peoples has got 13 in the ball game, and it's 59-55. Muskingum sticking right there with North Park. With it, left of the circle. Olson with the basketball, top side. Swings it over on the left-hand side to Kendrell Morris. Morris is going to drive left baseline, lay it up on the left side with the right hand. Good. Morris has got 16 in the ball game, and it's 61-55 North Park. They are scorching here in the second half from the field. On the right side is Brandon Keys. Keys, top of the circle. Now goes out top side to Singleton, who's back into the ball game. Off to Carter, left side. Carter dumps it off. On the left-hand side to Keys, put it up, no good. Rebound taken down by Devin Pert, and Pert is going to be fouled heading to the bucket. Boy, Pert, a man amongst men down underneath, grabbed that ball and put it up strong and got hammered. 61-55, 9:59 remaining to go in the ball game. Davis is going to check in at the next buzzer for North Park, and that is right now as Pert hits the free throw. Davis in, and leaving is Merritt. Pert, his first point of the ball game after he hit the free throw. Second one is up, and that one rims in and out. No good. Rebound taken down underneath by Carter. Right back to Pert. Laid it up and in. Pert off the assist underneath by Carter, and it's 61-58. North Park's lead has dwindled to 3. Morris on the right sideline. Morris at the three-point arc. Now to Tangen. Tangen gets it over on the left-hand side to Olson. Now to Harris. Now back out front to Tangen. Tangen with the basketball. Dribbles right of the circle. Picked it up off to Davis. Underneath on a nice feed to Olson. Laid it up. No good. Rebound taken down on the play by Brendan Keys. Keys will get it up the floor. Top of the circle. Off to Dempsey. Dempsey drives the lane. Throws it up. No, but he got Tangen up in the air. And Tangen came down on top of him for the foul. So he'll go to the line shooting 2. Tangen with his first personal foul of the night. Of course, he doesn't play down low a lot. Going line right is Dempsey. Shooting 2. Put it up and in. By the way, tomorrow my Browns are playing the Bengals. It's kind of the return of Hugh Jackson, who's now an assistant on the Bengals. Used to be the Browns head coach. Second one by Dempsey, up and good. By now you ought to know that the Browns are my team. So I'll be rooting for the Browns. Unfortunately, I'll be here. Not unfortunately, but I won't be able to watch the game. I'll be here tomorrow doing these games and keeping a close eye on that Browns-Bengals game, which will be going on at the same time. 61-60, Muskingum down by a point. They steal the basketball. Up the floor, Pert, all the way for the layup. Up and in. Pert has got 5, and he is given Muskingum the lead again at 62-61, 8:45 to go in the ball game. On the left-hand side is Davis. Davis looking underneath. Can't find anyone on the back door. Now dribbles to the free throw line. Spins to his right. Throws up an air ball from 7 feet. And the rebound taken down by Carter out of the air. Gets it to Dempsey the other way from left to right for Muskingum. Has it on the right side. Putting in against Davis. Got the ball knocked free, and a foul is going to be called on Davis for reaching in, and he grabbed Dempsey on the arm as he was trying to go around him. On Davis, that will be his first personal. Will be his first, and that is the 4th against North Park as a team here in the second half. Putting it in play, Dempsey inbounds it to Singleton. 8:20 remaining in the ball game. Muskingum with the lead in the ball to Davis, and he got the ball knocked free. Purdick got the ball knocked free, and it's taken away by Simmons into the front court to Morris. Morris around a pick by Tangen. Morris to the free throw line on a good backdoor to Tangen. Threw it up. No, he hit it underneath. Hit the bottom of the rim, but he was fouled as he went up for the shot. And the foul is going to be called against Carson Carter. That'll be his second. And that is the second team foul here in this second half against Muskingum. So Tangen goes line right, line left, puts it up, and it is good. Page is back into the ball game now for Muskingum. Page is back, and so is Bardall and Clark. Tangen hit the first one, and he hits the second one, so he has got 8 in the ball game as he hits both free throws. And it's 63-62. Vikings have taken the lead again. Into the front court, under 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Sideline right to Bardall. Back out front, Dempsey, top of the key to Peebles. Got it underneath to Clark on a reverse layup with the right hand, good. Clark has got 7, 64-63. Again, Muskingum has regained the lead. 7:35 to go in the ball game. Sideline right is Simmons. Simmons dribbles down to the right corner. Hook pass out to Tangen. Tangen with it, top of the key to Zuba. Zuba left of the circle now. Left wing to Morris for the 3. Hit the front iron, too strong. And the rebound taken down by Pert. Pert will bring it the other way. Stop and go. Takes it all the way. He lost the handle, picked it up, laid it up and in. Boy, you might have been able to call a walk there, but the officials decided to let them play on, and Pert's got 7, and it's a 3-point Muskingum lead, 7 minutes to go in the ballgame. This one's been a good one after the first 5 minutes when North Park was down 11-0. Zuba, left wing, 3, got it. Matt Zuba has got 20. That's his second 3 of the game, and we are tied up at 66. 6:40 remaining to go. Clark tried to feed it over on the right side to Pert. Pert cut in. Clark thought he was going to cut out, and Clark threw the ball away. So the turnover gives it back to North Park. So far in the ball game, as far as turnovers, North Park has committed 8. Muskingum, that's their 6th. But the turnovers, points off turnovers, are even for each team at 9 apiece. Tangen out to Zuba. Zuba, top of the key for the 3. Drilled it. Zuba with 23. And North Park leads it again, 69-66. Coming the other direction is Dempsey, and he'll be fouled on the body up by Sanders. That'll be the second on Isaiah Sanders. It's the 5th so far in the ball game. Putting it in play will be Dempsey at center floor on the near side, right in front of the scorer's table. And he inbounds it into the backcourt to Page, and he'll bring it across. Page with 6:05 remaining in the ballgame. Gets it to Clark, left of the circle. Now back off to Dempsey, around a pick by Clark. Dempsey stands outside the three-point arc. Looking underneath. Now will dribble the basketball to the line, to the lane. Pulls up with a 5-footer in the lane. Good. Dempsey has got 19, and it's a 1-point North Park lead again. 69-68. Morris into the front court. Left wing to Sanders. Sanders looking underneath. Dribbles out between the circles, and a foul away from the ball is going to be called on Muskingum, and that'll be on Dempsey. That will be his first and the 3rd against the Muskies as a team. North Park will inbound the basketball left of their own bucket. Putting it in play will be Merrick. Merrick's got 7 points tonight. Merrick inbounds the ball to Zuba, left corner. Zuba, guarded by Bardall, out to the wing. Now back out to Tangen, gets it off to Morris. Morris left of the circle. Morris, top of the key. Morris still with a right-hand dribble. To Sanders, left wing, inside the lane, got the ball knocked free, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Mitch Clark. And that will be his 4th personal foul and 4th against the Muskies. And now Travis Schwab is going to have no alternative but to replace Clark. And he brings in Brandon Keys, the 6-foot senior, to take the place of the 6'5" sophomore. I swear Mitch Clark in high school was 6'7". but he's 6'5" here at Muskingum. With it on the right side, Morris. Morris, right of the circle. Got the pass underneath to Sanders. Looked like he walked, no call, put it up, no good. Rebound saved in by Bartle on the baseline for Muskingum. Up the floor to Dempsey the other way. He's got 1-on-4. Dempsey got the ball knocked free, taken it right away by North Park. And Tom Slider's going to say, let's just hold the basketball now for a few seconds and regain our poise. Zuba, top of the circle to Morris on the right wing. Now to Tangen. Tangen, right block, turnaround, hook shot. Good, and he's fouled. Keys will pick up the foul. Tangen has got 10. He'll go to the line looking for 11 with 4:46 to go. It's a 71-68 Vikings lead. And going line left, Vanguard Tangen, who has been a big story here in the second half, put it up and in. He's got 11, 3 of 3 from the line, 72-68 North Park, 4:43 remaining. Into the front court is Muskingum. Muskingum has the basketball right of the circle to Pert. Gets it off on the right wing to Bardall. Pulls up for the 12-footer. Got it. Bardall has got 7 in the ball game, and it's 72-70. 4:20 remaining to go in the ball game. Into the front court comes Morris. Going to be nail-biting time here. Tangen, top of the circle. On the left wing, Zuba for the 3. All alone. Got it. Zuba has got 26. He's got 4 threes all in the second half, and it's 75-70 North Park. Coming the other way is Page. Page got the ball knocked free by Zuba, and a foul is going to be called on Zuba. Boy, Zuba had the breakaway, too. So with 3:57 to go, it is 75-70 North Park. And on Zuba, that was his second personal foul of the evening. Nobody really in any foul trouble except for Clark. With it on the right side, Dempsey, 15-footer right of the lane. No good. Rebound taken down by Zuba. And now Tom Slider says, I want to run some clock and get a real good shot here as we're under 3:40 to go. And now Slider will take a timeout. 3:43 to go in the ball game. Your score from the Harrington Center. It's the Vikings 75, the Muskies 70. You're listening to the Tipoff Classic on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
16-9.
Yes, 16-9.
It's Rocktoberfest at Jake Swinney Jeep, Tri-County.
During Jeep Adventure Days, get a new Compass Sport as low as $16,900.
Only at Jake Swinney Jeep, Tri-County.
JakeSwinney.com. Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community. Open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10.
Well, Travis Schwab right now on the scoreboard is down by 5 points, the Muskies, but Schwab has got 5 timeouts remaining. Meanwhile, the Vikings, who have the lead in the ball game by 5, Tom Slider has got just 2 timeouts left for the final 3 minutes and 43 seconds. So Schwab is going to be able to milk this clock for all it is worth if he wants. Zuba will put the ball in play for North Park, just to the left of the scorer's table in the front court. And he will inbound the basketball to Morris. Morris with 20 on the shot clock. Morris between the circles goes off to Vanguard. Vanguard Tangen with the basketball right wing. Holds it high. Gets a bounce pass to Zuba. Right corner. Muskingum's picked up the man-to-man defense, the intensity. Zuba's going to shoot the 3. Shot an air ball too hard. And it's pulled out of the air by Dempsey. He'll bring it the other way. Boy, they really put the screws on defense on that possession. With it on the right-hand side is Pert. Pert gets it now to Smith. Back out front, Dempsey. They're looking for Dempsey. He's going to shoot the long 3. Got it! And he tried to draw the foul, and no foul was called by the official. Dempsey has got 22. And it is 75-73 under 3 minutes to go in the ball game. With the top of the circle is Tangen. Tangen looked left, looked right. Still holding onto the basketball. Now goes to Merrick. Merrick sideline right, back to Tangen. Tangen gets it off to Morris, got the ball to Sanders. Sanders picked it up, now back to Tangen. Left wing, three, got it! Tangen has got 14 in the ball game. That is his second three of the night. And it's 78-73. 5-point North Park lead. Coming the other way, Dempsey. Dempsey guarded by Sanders. Dempsey pulls up for the three, right of the circle, off the side iron, no. Rebound tapped out front, comes to Pert. Pert left of the lane, into the lane, threw it up on the run. Nope, and a foul will be called on Tangen. Tangen looks incredulously at the referee and says, how can you call that against me? He said, I was straight vertical. 78-73. 2:12 to go, and Pert will go to the line shooting two. He is 1 for 2 from the stripe here tonight. He's got 7 points. Eyes it, shoots it, rimmed it, in and out, no good. Mitch Clark will come back into the ball game. And leaving is Cam Miller. Clark has been in foul trouble most of the night. He's got 4 and only 7 points. Second one by Pert is good. Pert hit the free throw, and immediately Travis Schwab will go ahead and use one of his 4 remaining timeouts. We will also, 2:12 to go in the ball game, your score from the Harrington Center in the annual Tipoff Classic. It is North Park 78, Muskingum 74. I'm Dave Mitchell. You're listening to the Tipoff Classic on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Stay up to date with all your sports information on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Mount St. Joseph University and Roger Bacon High School sports. Talk about the Cincinnati Reds and Cleveland Indians on the Ohio Baseball Weekly Show every Monday night at 9 during the baseball season. Minute-by-minute scores, opinion articles, stories from the pros, college, and high school levels, including the WWE, MMA, and UFC. Increase your workout level and tickets to any sporting event, all in one spot. Check out UltimateSportsTalk.com every day for your sports fix.
Everyone loves pizza. But when people who love to serve their family recipes come together with people who really love to enjoy them, that's when the magic happens. That's the recipe for happy. Now, who's hungry? La Rosa's Family Pizzeria. The recipe for happy.
Order La Rosa's Pizza now at 347-1111.
And a reminder, we'll be talking to the victorious coach at the end of this one in between ball games. 2:12 left to go. Right now, North Park with the lead, 78-74. Partial pressure put on by Muskingum. But the Vikings break that pressure, and they'll bring it across the timeline. Morris with the basketball. 2 minutes to go in the ball game. 2 minutes left. North Park with the lead in the basketball by 4. Morris left wing. Morris on the left-hand side. Shot clock down to 10. Morris dribbles to the free throw line. All the way to the lane. Laid it up with the right hand. Got the scoop shot to go. Morris wanted that from beginning to end. He's got 18. And it's 80-74. Into the front court. Page gets it over the left side. Now top of the key to Clark. To Peebles. Peebles right wing. To Clark left wing. Left of the circle for 3. Drilled it home. Mitch Clark has got 10. They ran that play to perfection. 1:28 to go in the ball game. Muskingum will use a timeout. Your score now, North Park 80. Muskingum 77. 1:28 to go in the ball game. You're listening to the Tip-Off Classic from Mount St. Joseph University on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Ascent Safety Solutions focuses on preventing injuries before they happen. Ascent partners with employers to create a strong safety culture through ongoing safety evaluations, writing and implementing safety policies and procedures, and OSHA-compliant training. Having challenges on the job site, Ascent provides job site inspections, along with temporary and full-time on-site safety staffing across the nation. Ascent Safety Solutions. Together, we can improve lives and reduce claim costs at the same time. Call Tommy Watkins at 513-351-1222.
Well, let's set the scene for you. 1:28 left to go in the ball game. North Park with the lead 80-77. They have got 2 timeouts remaining. Muskingum just used their third, so they have 3 timeouts left. They come on the floor with Dempsey, Peebles, Page, Pert, and Clark. North Park comes out with Zuba, Tangen, Morris. Merrick is in the ball game, and so is Davis. And North Park will put the ball in play in the backcourt. Check it, that is not Davis, it's Isaiah Sanders who's on the floor for North Park. Morris brings it across between the circles, and they're going to run as much clock as they can. Shot clock at 15, game clock at 1:13. Morris inside the center circle. Both coaches doing a lot of coaching to their team right now. Morris left of the lane, drives left of the lane, got the ball knocked free, and a foul will be called on the way to the bucket. And it'll be on Pert. That will be his first personal with 1:04 to go in the game. And it will send Morris line left. Morris, tonight, 1 of 2 from the stripe. He has got 18 points. He'll shoot 2. And there is nobody on the line for North Park. Morris put it up, and it's too hard off the back iron. No good with 1:04 to go. Tom Slider going to keep everybody off the lane. You don't see this much, but in tonight's game, Slider's decided to go with it. Second one by Morris. In and out, no good. He missed both of them. Rebound taken down by Dempsey. Dempsey will bring it up the other way. Muskingum with 1 minute to go. Dempsey to the line, and he will be fouled on the way to the bucket. And it'll be on Isaiah Sanders, and that will be his third. And that will put North Park already over the limit, so going line right will be Dempsey. Next foul by the Muskies will put North Park over the limit. Dempsey, line right, shoots it, got it. Dempsey has got 23 in the ball game. He's 3 for 3 from the stripe. He's drawn the Muskies within 2 at 80-78. Muskies will play Mount St. Joseph tomorrow at 3. North Park will play Waynesburg at 1. Second one, good again by Dempsey. He's got 24 in the ball game. And it's 80-79. We're under 1 minute to go. Morris will bring it the other way. It has been a dandy in the first game of this, and now North Park wants to use a timeout. 48.6 seconds to go in the ball game. Your score from the Harrington Center, it's North Park 80, the Muskies 79. You're listening to the Tipoff Classic on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Every day of the week is a party at J-Tap Sports Bar and Grill at 6441 Glenway Avenue. Start with Saturdays, where J-Taps is your official stop for Mount St. Joe's football before and after the game. On Sunday is the NFL Sunday Ticket. See a different game on every screen. And while you're there, check out the great service while enjoying all the different entrees on the J-Taps menu. It's wing night for Monday Night Football. Tuesday is boneless wing night, and Wednesday stop by for gyro night. It's the place to be. Open every day at 11. J-Taps Sports Bar and Grill at 6441 Glenway Avenue in Cincinnati.
They say that great teams are built on teamwork, unity, and camaraderie. They say that great teams succeed when everyone's voice is heard, when everyone's included. We laugh together, we build together, we lift each other up. They say it takes a lot of hard work to be a great team. So we say, let's get to it.
Dave Mitchell back here at the Harrington Center on the campus of Mount St. Joseph University. North Park has got 1 timeout remaining, while Muskingum has 2. And right now, North Park has got the basketball in the front court with 22 on the shot clock, 48.6 left to go on the game clock. They lead it by a point. And they will put the ball in play in front of their own bench, and they'll inbound it deep into the backcourt to Morris. Morris with 20 on the shot clock will take his time bringing it across. And he just now gets it across the timeline. 15 on the shot clock. Morris, bounce pass to Tangen, right of the lane. Tangen to the free throw line, into the lane with the dribble. Stops left side, put it up on the left side. No good. Rebound Dempsey. Dempsey with a half a minute to go in the ball game. Dempsey stops shy of the timeline. Now brings it across the timeline between the circles. Dempsey wants the last shot. Crossover dribble right of the lane. Pulls up for the three at the right side. No good. Rebound Clark. Clark then got it stripped away, and it will stay with Muskingum as it went out of bounds off of Morris, and now Muskingum will use a timeout. 18.2 left to go in the ball game. The Muskies will go for the win. Your score, it's North Park 80, Muskingum 79 on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Life should be enjoyed, so get up and start. At Iron Sharpens Iron Personal Training, they develop a healthy relationship with you and provide a positive, encouraging environment to train. The staff at Iron Sharpens Iron will set up a personal training system that fits you and you alone, and your first session is free. Are you ready to have fun and get in shape? Iron Sharpens Iron serves the greater Cincinnati area. Check them out at isi-pt.com. That's isi-pt.com. Or call them today at 513-748-1538.
Well, Travis Schwab, I don't think there's any doubt who he's going to be going to for this last shot. The shot clock is off, 18.2 seconds to go. I think the only person in the gym that doesn't think Marcus Dempsey is going to get the last shot is probably somebody who is working at the concession stand. Everybody in this joint knows Dempsey is going to get the last shot for Muskingum. And if he doesn't get it, he'll go get it. He's just that kind of ball player. He wants the responsibility of taking the last shot. Dempsey out on the floor with Pert, Peoples. Page is out on the floor with Clark. Zuba, Sanders, Morris, Tangen, and Merrick out on the floor for North Park. They'll inbound the ball left to their own bucket. Muskingum inbounds the basketball. Page is going to take it all the way to the hole, and he's going to be fouled. So Travis Schwab set up the play to go to Page, and Page took it to the hole. It'll be 1-1 with 14 seconds to go in the ball game. 80-79 North Park. Page has not been to the stripe. He's got 8 points tonight. He had 2 early three-pointers and then a field goal here in the second half, and that's been it. He's got 8. Puts it up. Good. And we are tied. North Park has got a timeout left. Sanders is out. Into the ball game is Jake Ellis for rebounding purposes. 8th time tonight we've been tied. 14 seconds. It's 80-80. Second one by Page. Good again. Page with 10. Muskingum with the lead, 81-80 into the front court. Morris, no timeout taken by Slider. Morris with it left of the circle. Morris with 6. Morris to the line, to the lane, laid it up. No, rebound taken down by Tangen, and it's going to be a jump ball with 0.8 of a second to go, and it will stay with North Park. The alternating possession will keep it with North Park, and Muskingum wants to use a timeout. They will be out of them. Morris went for the win, and Tom Slider disdained the timeout with 0.8 of a second. Now they're checking to see where the ball will be placed at. They will inbound the ball left of the bucket. 0.8 of a second to go in the ball game. Muskingum 81, North Park 80. We'll be back with the final 0.8 after this.
Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10.
What a game this one has been. North Park was down 11-0 early and then battled back. They were down by 5 at the half, 39-34. But this one has been back and forth for the last 5 minutes. It's now 81-80 Muskies with 0.8 of a second to go. It has been a battle between two teams that are looking for their first win of the year. Putting it in play will be Merrick. Merrick left of his own bucket. 0.8 of a second to go. Here we go. You can catch and shoot. Inbounds. Tangen. Tangen tips it up. It won't go. It's an air ball. That's the ball game. Muskingum comes away with a 1-point victory here this evening on the 2 free throws down the stretch by Jalen Page, and they win Game 1 of this annual Tipoff Classic here at Mount St. Joseph University by a final score of 81-80. Jalen Page with 10 points hits the 2 free throws at the end of the contest to give Muskingum the lead, and then Tangen could not put the ball in at the end of the ball game. And your final score here tonight, Muskingum 81, North Park 80. We'll be back to wrap things up in this first game and also have a talk with Travis Schwab, the 4th-year head coach of Muskingum. We'll do all that when we come back after this.
Mount St. Joseph is back at home tomorrow afternoon in Game 2 of the Lions Tipoff Classic from the Harrington Center. Game 1 has North Park out of Chicago playing the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets at 1. The Lions then host the Muskingum Fighting Muskies at 3. This is Dave Mitchell. Join me for all the action of Lions basketball tomorrow with the pregame show starting at 12:30 and the tip-off at 1 o'clock for the first game. Then the Lions go after the Muskies. It's the annual Tipoff Classic from the Harrington Center at Mount St. Joseph University, Sunday, and you can hear it all starting at 12:30 on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
You want to advance your career through education, but you don't want to disrupt family commitments or a busy work schedule. Mount St. Joseph University can help. The Mounts School of Business offers a Master's of Science degree in organizational leadership with face-to-face classes every 3rd Saturday. The MSOL program is a multidisciplinary master's program that focuses on values-based leadership, helping you develop professional knowledge and skills with courses in organizational leadership and business. Learn more at msj.edu/MSOL.
Well, what a ball game the first one is, and the second one between Waynesburg and Mount St. Joseph University. If it's half of what the first game was, it will be a dandy here this evening. Just to give you a recap of what happened in this first game, Muskingum jumped out to an early 11-0 lead. They hit free throws all over and ended up at the half by a score of 39-34. North Park, though, battled back, and they were down in the first half, or at the end of the first half. And then in the second half, they had the lead for predominantly most of the second half of action. They outscored Muskingum in that second half, 46-42. But then down the stretch, when everybody thought it was going to be Marcus Dempsey that would take the last shot with 18 seconds to go, Travis Schwab drew it up for Jalen Page, and Page went around a pick by Clark, went to the line, got fouled on the play, and ended up hitting the 2 free throws to give Muskingum their first victory of the year to even their season mark at 1-1 on the year. North Park just can't seem to catch a break. This was the closest game that they have played this season, but their record drops to 0-5 on the year. Taking a look at the team stats for tonight's ball game, we're going to be talking with head coach Travis Schwab coming up here in just a little bit at the end of this one for Muskingum. As far as the teams are concerned, they were led here in the ball game. Muskingum shot 51% from the field, 29 of 57 from the field. They were 14 of 27 from three-point range and 9 of 12 from the free throw line for 75%. North Park was 29 of 63 from the field for 46%. From three-point range, they were 48% at 12 of 25, and they hit 10 of 13 free throws, 10 of 13 for 77% in the ball game. Very well played game. Not really a lot of turnovers. North Park committed 8, Muskingum 7, but North Park had 15 points off of those 7 Muskingum turnovers, while Muskingum had 9 off the 8 turnovers by North Park. North Park out-rebounded Muskingum 31-34 in the ball game. Muskingum had more assists, though, 15-12 in the contest. Bench scoring, well, that went to Muskingum also, 19-16 in the contest. But really, everything else was even Steven in this contest, and you would expect that being just a one-point game at 81-80. As far as the individual stats are concerned, for Muskingum, the victorious Muskingum Muskies here tonight, they were led by Marcus Dempsey with 24 points in the ball game. He was 8 for 17 from the field, 4 of 8 from three-point range, 4 of 4 from the line. He also had 11 rebounds in the contest and 24 points. Jason Peoples had 13 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 3 of 6 from three-point range. He had 2 rebounds for 13 points. Jalen Page, 10 points in the ball game, but the most important 10 points were the 2 that he hit from the line. He was 3 of 4 from the stripe, 2 of 3 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the line for those 10 points. Mitch Clark had it 8, Tyler Bardall 7, Devin Pert 6, Trey Singleton 4, along with Carson Carter with 4. MJ Smith had 3, Cameron Miller 2 in the ball game to round out the scoring for Muskingum. Brandon Keys played, but he did not score. He did have 3 rebounds in the contest. Matt Zuba, he was 9 of 19 from the field, 3 of 7 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the line for North Park, and he had 23 points to lead the way for the Vikings. Kendrell Morris had 18 points in the ball game on 7 of 12 from the field. Vingard Tangen, boy, what a game he played in the second half. He ended up with 14 points, 5 of 13 from the field. Cavante Davis had a heck of a first half, but didn't do much in the second half. He had 9 points. Toby Merrick with 7 points. Cardell Simmons with 4. Scott Olson with 3. Isaiah Sanders had 2 in the ball game, and Jake Ellis played, missed a shot from the field, did not score, but did commit a foul in the ball game. The game was tied 8 times tonight. The lead changed hands 4 times. Muskingum had the lead 8 times in the ball game, and North Park had the lead 5 times in the contest. But when it was all said and done, Muskingum had the win, 81-80, their first win of the year, as they even up their mark at 1-1 on the season. Now they will play tomorrow against Mount St. Joseph University. That game will be at 3 o'clock, the second game of the doubleheader tomorrow. That game will be at 3 o'clock. As far as North Park is concerned, they are now 0-5 on the year, and they will play tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the opening game of the doubleheader, and that will be against Waynesburg, the visiting team on the scoreboard tonight for our second game between the Mount St. Joseph Lions and Waynesburg, the Yellow Jackets out of Pennsylvania. I'm Dave Mitchell. We'll be back with more in between ball games. Try to chat with head coach Travis Schwab of Muskingum, but we'll also have an interview with Toby Kerrigan of the Mount St. Joseph Lions. We'll do all that when we come back after this.
Stay up to date with all your sports information on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Mount St. Joseph University and Roger Bacon High School sports. Talk about the Cincinnati Reds and Cleveland Indians on the Ohio Baseball Weekly Show every Monday night at 9 during the baseball season. Minute-by-minute scores, opinion articles, stories from the pros, college, and high school levels, including the WWE, MMA, and UFC. Increase your workout level and tickets to any sporting event, all in one spot. Check out UltimateSportsTalk.com every day for your sports fix.
I heard about a shooting involving a 3-year-old girl over the summer. My daughter Riley is that age.
There was a point when I felt that I was going to die.
My parents used to always say a bullet doesn't have a name on it.
Someone put a bullet in the back of my 14-year-old son's head.
The gun should never be an option. We're Americans. We don't have to live like this.
We can all make a difference.
In the United States, 88 people die of gun violence every day.
We can end gun violence.
NCAA TV and marketing rights fees. Where does the money go? Long answer, 96% of the revenue is used to fund 88 championships and support 1,055 member colleges and universities, who together provide $2 billion annually in financial aid to more than 400,000 athletes so they can compete and learn? Short answer, we put our money where our mission is.
Dave Mitchell back here at the Harrington Center, where Muskingum has pulled out a big victory here tonight, 81-80 over North Park here this evening. And with us now is the head coach of Muskingum, Travis Schwab. Coach, thanks for joining us here after the game. The big question everybody would want to know is, at the end of the ball game, you're down by a point with 18 seconds to go. You use the timeout. Everybody here, including me, thought you were going to Dempsey. You ended up going to Page. Your thinking on that? What was your thinking right there?
Well, the play we designed had 3 different options, and I told Jalen to come off hard, and if the lane's available, take it, but we also had our big guy rolling and Marcus popping to the corner, so we had a lot of options. We just played the simple game and took the option that presented itself.
Yeah, he took it right to the bucket and was ended up with the foul and then hit the 2 free throws at the end, so he made the right decision for you.
Well, he's a senior, too, and Jalen's been our starting point guard for 4 years now, and he's played a lot of minutes, a lot of meaningful minutes, and he's always been a smart player, and I knew he would take what was available and not force anything.
Coach, you jump out quickly 11-0, and then they come back. What did they do differently? Anything at all that caused them to come back in the game?
Well, they got out of the zone and went man-to-man, and that's a very talented basketball team. They, especially when they shoot as well as they did tonight. I mean, they shot the lights out in the second half, and I didn't think our defense was bad every possession, and they just made some tough shots. So I feel very fortunate to walk out of here with the win against a team that I think is going to win a heck of a lot of games.
Yeah, they've got a lot of talent. They put up 113 points in one ball game, so you know they can put the ball in the bucket.
No, they're very talented. CW, and if they shoot like that, they got a lot of wins laying out in front of them.
Coach, what has been your expectations for this year for your team? I mean, the first game you play Worcester, which is a national championship caliber ball club. Now you play a team out of Chicago. What's the rest of your season look like?
You know, it's we're just taking it game by game. I know it sounds like coach speak, but we literally are. I felt like coming out of Worcester, we didn't play particularly well. We had a lot to improve upon. We luckily had 10 days to prepare for this game. And so we got to get better defensively. I mean, you can't let teams shoot 46% and expect to win a heck of a lot of games. And so we're working on defense and rebounding. And if we can continue to improve, who knows what the future has ahead of us. But I like this group. They practice hard. And literally, again, it's coach speak, but we're taking it one day at a time.
I used to do games up in Central Ohio, saw a lot of Dalton and Mitch Clark play. Talk a little bit about him for the people that are listening back there.
Mitch, while he is a sophomore, he's really a freshman because he tore his meniscus 5 games into the season last year. So, he's still, even though he's a year older, still dealing with some of the freshman mistakes at times. And we've got to keep him out of foul trouble. He's got to avoid the dumb fouls. But we're really glad that he is back. He adds a lot to our team. Made a big 3 there late in the second half for us, and he's a good player that's still trying to get his feet underneath him a little bit.
Well, you've got Mount St. Joseph tomorrow. What will you watch in this game to see what you can do against them?
Well, they run a very intricate offense that really strains you, and we're going to try to see what we can do to slow them down a little bit, and they're big. We got to rebound.
Coach, thank you very much for stopping up. Appreciate it.
I've listened to you multiple times over the years. You do an awesome job, so thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. Travis Schwab is our guest here after tonight's ball game as Muskingum came away with an 81-80 victory here this evening over the North Park Vikings here tonight. I'm Dave Mitchell. We'll be back with more here in between ball games. The second game coming up is Mount St. Joseph taking on Waynesburg. We'll be right back. This Mount St. Joseph basketball broadcast is made possible by J-Tap Sports Bar at 6441 Glenway Avenue, the Mount St. Joseph University, Effin' Good Chicken Tenders. Call now to order at 513-451-3000. Jake Sweeney Auto at jakesweeney.com, and La Rosa's Pizza on Rapid Run Road. Call 513-347-1111. Please let these sponsors know you heard their name on Mount St. Joseph broadcast on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Great food and a fun atmosphere. Join your old friends and new at Sunday's Pub on 8582 Winton Road in Finneytown. The month of October marks the 10th anniversary for Sunday's, and they're celebrating. On Mondays is server night. All domestic beers are $1.50. Stop in on Fridays before the game starting at 4 for free appetizers. And when the Bengals are on the road, join Sunday's for a Bengals potluck party. See the Bengals on the big screens at Sunday's. Your taste buds will water when you walk into Sunday's Pub. Sunday's Pub, 8582 Winton Road in Finneytown.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Back here at Mount St. Joseph University, where we are in between games now, after Muskingum pulled off a thrilling victory here tonight over North Park, 81-80. Our thanks to Travis Schwab for coming up and joining us here before tonight's ball game. But now it's time for game number 2 of this double dip here this evening in the Mount St. Joseph Tipoff Classic between the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets, who are 1-2 coming into tonight's ball game. They were 10-16 a year ago, 6-12 in the pack, taking on the Mount St. Joseph Lions. The Lions are 0-2 on the year. They were 17-9 last season overall, 14-4, and winners of the Heartland Conference regular season championship. Now, last year, if you recall, before anybody goes off the deep end too much about this this Lions basketball team, when you look at the squad, you know that last year's team, which won the Heartland, finished up 0-2 after their first 2 ball games. Then they won their game against Wilmington, and then came back in the Tipoff Classic and went 1-1 in the Tipoff Classic. So at the end of the month of November, they were 2-3, but they started out 0-2. Well, this year they're 0-2 also. They fell at Wilmington, losing to the Quakers 86-65 2 weeks ago. Then they lost last Saturday night at Worcester 84-54. So even though the final scores don't show it, the Lions are showing glimpses of what they can be. The Lions gave up 86 points in that first game, though. That was the most that they had given up since they lost to Transylvania, 92-87 on January 18, 2017. Waynesburg opened up with a loss at Hilbert College, 79-63. Then fell last week to Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, 75-52. On Tuesday night in Fredonia, New York, the Jackets won 81-78, though, so they're coming in off a win. Mark Christner is in his 9th year as head coach for Waynesburg. He's got a career record of 81 wins against 136 career defeats. That's a 37% winning percentage. His best season was 3 years ago, 2014-15, when the Jackets went 18-11. And I have tried to go all the way back to 1920. These two teams have never played against each other. So this will be the first ever meeting between the two. Waynesburg out of Western Pennsylvania and the Mount St. Joseph Lions out of Cincinnati. We'll be back to talk with head coach Toby Kerrigan and preview tonight's ball game when we come back after this.
15 grand.
Yes, $15,000.
It's Rocktoberfest at Jake Sweeney Ram Tri-County.
During Ram Power Days, you'll save up to 15 grand on new Ram trucks.
Only at Jake Sweeney Ram Tri-County.
JakeSweeney.com. Action.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool. Not in my house, not anywhere. Words have consequences, so we're accountable for the things that we say, and words have meaning. And so we have to be careful with the things that we say and be sensitive to others. And so hopefully we can get that across.
For someone like Grant Hill to say, and I believe it's wrong, and I want you to stop doing it, I think is very powerful.
It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people, and you're better than that.
When it comes to homophobic in the sports world, it's come a long way, and I think that people are realizing that you have to respect one another. You have to respect people's values and what they are, because we're not here to judge, and I think it's critical to start the standard for people that are in kindergarten, first, second grade, and it starts with the NBA, because a lot of these people, you look up to the stars, these role models, and kids want to be you, and if they see how you're acting towards this, it definitely will sway a lot of people.
Dave Mitchell back here at the Harrington Center. Well, we may have a delay in the beginning of tonight's second contest because there appears to be some problems with the clock. It looks like the shot clock above the backboards, at least on one end of the floor. It doesn't appear that the lights are working around the backboard to signify the end of the shot clock. So right now both teams are off the floor, although Waynesburg has just now come in and the game clock has actually been shut off. So we may have a delay in the beginning of this second ball game between these two games. Waynesburg taking on the Mount St. Joseph Lions. Gives us an opportunity to go over some other things tonight, do a little house cleaning for you. First of all, the Mount St. Joseph women, boy, they've had a nice break. They haven't played since last Saturday. They played in the fourth year in a row when Mount St. Joseph and Xavier both teamed up to host the Laurel Hill Tipoff Classic. In the Lions match, they made a statement and easily defeated the Cougars of UC Claremont 79-34. Lainey Studer was the leader for the Lions on both ends of the court, almost earning an unconventional triple-double with 19 points, 9 rebounds, 9 steals, and 6 assists in the ballgame. Maddie Haberthy was another offensive weapon for the Lions. She had 19 points in the ballgame and 6 rebounds, which is not a surprise. The Lions probably have the best backcourt duo between Haberthy and Studer in the entire Heartland Conference. Where they lack is down low. Now, if they get some great play out of forwards and center, then the Lions are going to be a very tough team to beat in the Heartland Conference. But that is the question mark that they have. Now, their next ball game is coming up on Wednesday night. That will be against Wittenberg here at the Harrington Center, and the tip-off will be at 7 o'clock. We will be bringing you some girls basketball action this year, and we will be doing that based upon when the girls are on the road with the men's team, and it's a doubleheader Saturday. We'll be bringing you the girls' game of those actions in the Heartland Conference. Here's a look at the final score of men's basketball action throughout the last couple of days. In Wednesday night, Trine got by Anderson 78-72, and Bluffton beat Hiram 76-62. Today, earlier, Hamilton by 10 over Transylvania 73-63. Bluffton beat Heidelberg 79-76. No score out of the Manchester Huntington, and then as we told you, it was Muskingum winning over North Park by the final score of 81-80. Well, we told you about the Lions coming in. Well, the Lions, this is a very pivotal game for them because last year they won their first 2 games of the season in the Great Lakes Invitational to Wittenberg and Dickinson. They lost both of those. Then in Game 3, they beat Wilmington 75-72. So to keep pace on what they did last year, today is a must win. And we talked to head coach Toby Kerrigan about that earlier before tonight's ball game.
Coach, before tonight's game, first of all, I mentioned it last week. I'm going to hit right up with it on the broadcast. There are minutes where you guys look really, really good, where you're starting to get into the mode of what it is that you want this team to do. Is that just a part of the inexperience that you've got on this team, that they can't keep it going longer?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, just not having that game experience. But these guys have been around for 4 years. So a lot of them 3-4 years. It's one thing to do it in practice. It's another thing to do it, in the game. But they're getting better, and we're hoping we can make the stretches longer and longer. So eventually we can string some pretty good minutes together and be competitive.
Brady Thomas looked good in the first game. Didn't look quite as good in the game against Worcester. Devin Young completely the opposite. Is that just the growing pains that you've got to go through with those two?
Yeah, that's freshmen. You just don't know what you're going to get a lot of times just because of the inconsistency, and it's just the way it is. So that's part of it, and those guys will have their ups and downs, and they just can't get frustrated, and I can't get frustrated, and we just got to keep trying to learn and get better.
That's what I was going to ask you. How do you keep from getting frustrated about this? I mean, it's not something that you can control and you can fix overnight, but it's something that the longer they go, it would appear that it would be they'd start picking it up.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I can yell and scream at them all I want, but if they got to understand, and we always say they don't know what they don't know, right? Mm-hmm. And so a lot of it is just the inexperienced part of it, but you got to have some patience too. I mean, I've been in this situation before. These guys may not hear, but I have before. So it's just something you gotta work through and try to get better.
What's the positives that you've seen in the first couple of games that this team has done?
I mean, we play hard. I don't think there's any question. I've never questioned our effort from the very beginning. I'm extremely happy with that. So, it's always easier for a coach if your team is playing hard. You're just not able to do the things you're asking them to do quite yet. But if they're still playing hard and the effort is there, then that's the most important thing. So we can fix the X's and O's and the reps and just doing things over and over. But if they weren't playing hard, then that's a whole nother thing. So and we're not dealing with that. So I'm very pleased with that.
Toby, is it hard for a team to play their first back-to-back after a holiday session? I mean, look at me. It's going to be tough for me to do 2 games back-to-back after holidays, let alone these kids have got to run up and down the floor.
Yeah, no, these guys, they're spring chickens, man. They burn so much energy. It doesn't matter. That doesn't bother them. So we had good practice yesterday, and we've done this tournament like this now for the past 4 years, and so they handle it well. They're okay. Me and you, yeah, you're right. We couldn't do it, but they can do it.
Final question: what is it that you want to see over these next couple of days out of this team?
I think just moving in the right direction and keep improving. And obviously, our turnovers are a crazy high number, and that has to be taken care of. And a lot of them are turnovers that are self-induced, so it's not like we've just been pressured into a lot of them. Some of them are just some poor decisions, and we've gotten better at trying to make better decisions, I think, and that's the biggest thing I'm looking for. If we can cut down on our turnovers, get some great shots and keep playing hard, we'll keep moving in the right direction.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
Toby Kerrigan before tonight's ball game. I'm Dave Mitchell. A change in the starting lineup already for the Mount St. Joseph Lions. We'll be back to give you the starting lineups and have the opening tip-off of the second game of tonight's double dip between Waynesburg and the Mount St. Joseph Lions after this.
How does the NBA play green? With the help of the Natural Resources Defense Council. Together, we're sweating every part of the NBA experience to keep the environmental footprint small and the excitement big. From solar on the roof, to more recycling stations, to less wasteful packaging, to low-flow water restrooms. It all adds up. Join the Green Team at nba.com/green and nrdc.org/sports.
It's basketball time from the Harrington Center. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dave Mitchell. Glad to have you along tonight on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Let's check the starting lineups. First of all, for the visiting Waynesburg Yellow Jackets, 1-2 on the season. They were 10-16 a year ago. They will start at the forward positions. Number 1, Brennan Smith. He is a 6'5 junior, and Clay Carper will be at the other forward, number 10. He is a 6'1 senior. Then they'll go with 3 guards. Nate Gerhardt, a 6'4 6'4 junior. Number 50, Frank Bosivovich, will be at one guard. He is a 6'1 junior, number 3. And Matt Popik is at another guard. He is number 5, a 5'10 sophomore. So it's Smith and Carper at the forwards. Popik, Bosivovich, and Gerhardt will be at the guards for head coach Mark Christener. He is in his 9th year, 81 wins, 136 career defeats. He is assisted by Greg Bean and Derek Boddick. Now for the Mount St. Joseph Lions, wholesale changes in the starting lineup tonight. They are 0-2 on the year, coming in off their loss last Saturday to Worcester, 84-54. They will start at one forward. Number 15, Jake Cropper. And I called Cropper last week Jake Scudder several times. I want to apologize for that. Cropper is the starting forward and the leading scorer for the Lions, the 6'2 senior. At another forward will be Mitch Moorhead, number 42, a 6'5 senior. In the middle will be 3 guards, so the Lions are going to go with 2 forwards and 3 guards. Liam Rabe will be at one guard, number 5, a 6-foot senior. At the other guard, playing his first game of the year, Sean Sullivan, number 3, a 6-foot senior. And at the third guard is number 22, Cedric Woods, who played extremely well against Worcester last Saturday night. He is a 5'6 junior, number 22. So it's Cropper and Moorhead in the front court. Sullivan, Woods, and Rabe will be in the backcourt. For Toby Kerrigan, in his 7th year, 100 career victories against 61 career defeats at Mount St. Joseph. He is assisted by Joel Scudder, and Grayson Roberts is the student official, the student assistant. Lions in their home white uniforms with blue numerals and blue trim. Waynesburg in their burnt orange uniforms with dark blue numerals and white trim. It is Moorhead in the center circle with Smith. Lions control the tip, and we are underway here at the Harrington Center in Game 2. Lions have the basketball right side to Moorhead, now top of the circle. On the left-hand side to Cropper. Cropper top side with the dribble, back to Rabe, over to Cropper. Cropper pull-up 17-footer left of the lane, got fouled, no call, pulled out of the air on the play by Bosinovich. He gets it up the floor to Popik. Popik with him between the circles. Popik on the right-hand side with the left-hand dribble. Picks up the dribble, gets it on a nice backdoor play to Brennan Smith, and he walked with the basketball. So first turnover of the ball game goes to the Lions' way, and they will bring it up. They get it off to Moorhead. Now back out front to Cedric Woods. Boy, Woods put on a performance against Worcester last week. He drives right of the lane, gets shut off. Now back out front to Cropper. Cropper gets it off to Moorhead. Back to Cropper. Top of the key 3 by Jake. No good, and the rebound taken down by Gerhardt. Gerhardt, the bearded one, gets it up the floor to Popik. Popik back out to Gerhardt for the three-pointer, left wing, nope. And a foul is going to be called on the rebound against Cedric Woods. That'll be his first and the team's first here in this ball game. 19:03 left to go in the first half of action. We've gotten no score from the Harrington Center in Game 2. Muskingum came away with an 81-80 win over North Park. And Muskingum awaits Mount St. Joseph tomorrow at 3 for this one. Waynesburg has the basketball to Popik. Popik got it up and in. So Popik with his first 2 of the ball game. And now with the lead is Waynesburg. Sean Sullivan. He's going to drive to the bucket, throw it up off the glass and rim from the left side. Good. Sean Sullivan with his first 2 of the season ties the ball game up at 2 apiece. Gerhardt goes left baseline to Bosinovich. He put it up from the left corner. No good. It goes over the rebound. The rebound goes over the top of the backboard and out of bounds. So the ball will go back to Mount St. Joseph, and they will bring it across into the front court with the basketball. Sullivan bounce pass to Moorhead, left of the circle. Now back over on the right-hand side to Sullivan. Sullivan then drug the pivot foot and walked with it. First turnover of the ball game committed by the Lions, and it gives it back to Waynesburg, tied up at 2 apiece. 18-10 left to go in the first half of action. Sideline right is Bosivovich. Bosivovich gets it back over on the right side to Popik. Top of the key, 2-pointer, good. Popik had has got 4 in the ball game, and it is 4-2. The Yellow Jackets have regained the lead. With it is Rabe, bounce pass to Moorhead. Moorhead with it, top of the circle, now over to Rabe. Rabe left wing 3, came up short on it, and the rebound pulled down by Brennan Smith. Smith clears it off the floor up to Popick. Popick to the free throw line, pushing the fast break. Now back out to Smith. Smith top of the key, he'll shoot the 3, drilled it. Brennan Smith with his first bucket of the ball game. It's a 3, and it's 7-2. The Yellow Jackets have expanded their lead out to 5. Timeout going to Mount St. Joseph. 17:22 left to go in this first half of action, and your score, it's now Waynesburg 7, Mount St. Joseph 2.
Ascent Safety Solutions focuses on preventing injuries before they happen. Ascent partners with employers to create a strong safety culture through ongoing safety evaluations, writing and implementing safety policies and procedures, and OSHA-compliant training. Having challenges on the job site, Ascent provides job site inspections, along with temporary and full-time on-site safety staffing across the nation. Ascent Safety Solutions. Together, we can improve lives and reduce claim costs at the same time. Call Tommy Watkins at 513-351-1222.
Well, much like the first game where Muskingum jumped out to a quick 11-0 lead, and you heard their head basketball coach during the in-between, Travis Schwab, say North Park went out of the zone. Well, now Waynesburg has jumped out quickly, 7-2. After that timeout by Toby Kerrigan, Lions have the basketball right of the front court to Mitch Moorhead, and it goes over on the left-hand side to Rabe, into the left corner to Cropper, top side to Moorhead. Hands it off to Sullivan, right of the circle for 3, got it! Sullivan has hit his first 2 shots in his first game of the year. He's got 5, and it's 7-5. Into the front court quickly comes Clay Carper. Carper on the left-hand side gets it off to Bosizovic. Bosizovic gets it back over on the right baseline to Popick for 3. No good. Rebound chased up off the bench and onto the floor. Shane Johnson, and he'll lay it up and in. Johnson just came into the ball game, the 6'4 junior, and it makes it 9-5. Woods the other way to the top of the key, to the line, to the lane with the right hand. Good. Cedric Woods with 2, showing that quickness he showed against Worcester on Saturday. And it's 9-7. Waynesburg with the basketball. Bosizovic brings it into the front court with the left hand. Puts it up from 10 inside the lane. Good. Bosizovic has got his first 2, and it's 11-7. Into the front court is Sullivan. Sullivan out near the center circle. Gets a bounce pass to Moorhead, right of the front court. And a foul is going to be called away from the basketball. And looks like it's going to be called against Waynesburg's Matt Popick, and it will be. That is his first. And the first against Waynesburg as a team. Lions will inbound the basketball. Rabe to Cropper. Now to Moorhead, top of the circle. Gets it off to Sullivan, left of the circle. Dribbles right side, inside the arc. Hands it off to Cropper to the free throw line. Step back. Back out front to Rabe. Bounce pass to Moorhead. 8 on the shot clock. Moorhead over on the right side to Rabe. Around a pick by Moorhead. 3 on the shot clock, and a reach-in foul will be called. And that's going to be against Shane Johnson. That will be his first and the second against the Yellow Jackets as a team. And putting the ball in play will be the Lions. They inbound the ball to Cropper, and now Devin Young is into the ball game. Young has started the first couple of games. He's the freshman out of Kentucky. Young with it, hands it off to Cropper. Long 3, left wing, off the back iron. No rebound, chased down on the sideline by Young. He got the offensive rebound. Back out front, it goes to Sullivan. Now right side, Woods all alone. 3-pointer, right of the circle. Nope. And the rebound taken down, this time by Johnson. Johnson will bring it up the floor, up the right-hand side. Clears it back out front. Johnson with it. Has it over on the right side to Bosizovic. Now to Popick. Popick left of the lane to Brennan Smith. Smith inside the lane. Turns to his left. Put it up off the glass with the left hand from the left side. No good. Rebound Sullivan. Sullivan will bring it up the floor into the front court. Gets it off to Cropper. Cropper on the right side to Rabe. Bounce pass on the right of the lane. It goes to Young. Young backing into the lane. Gets a pass over to Sullivan, left corner. Sullivan dribbles left baseline. Kicks it back out to Young, top of the circle. Now over to Rabe, left wing. Rabe back to Young, top of the circle. 3, around the rim. Nope. Tapped up by Cropper. No. Cropper again. No. Rebound taken down by Sam Heater. Heater for Waynesburg. Gets it up the floor, and now he gets it now to Popick. He'll lay it up, no good. Rebound taken down by Sullivan. Up the floor to Woods. Back on the back door on the layup to Cropper. Laid it up and in. Good fast break by the Lions, and they pulled it within 2 at 11-9. Into the front court is Bosizovic. Bosizovic gets it over on the left-hand side now to Heater. Back to Bosizovic, and he dribbles on the right side down to the right baseline. Lobs a pass inside the lane to Brennan Smith, and he lays it up and in. Smith has got 5, and it's 13-9. Into the front court comes Rabe. Now to Sullivan. Sullivan kicks it back out to Woods. Now right of the circle to Young. Young hands it off to Rabe to the top side. Gets it over to Cropper, left of the front court. Now back over to Young on a nice backdoor feed to Sullivan. Laid it up and in. Oh, what a pretty pass from Devin Young to Sean Sullivan. Sullivan's got 7, and it's 13-11. Jackets with the lead. Into the front court is Popick. Goes left-hand side to Heater. Heater with the basketball. Looking out. Now gets it over on the left side, and he carried the basketball. Turnover called against Waynesburg. That'll be their third of the ball game. Brady Thomas into the contest along with Kenny Simpson. Cropper's going to get a breather, so Sean Sullivan. Cedric Woods is out of the ball game too, and Mitch Moorhead is checked back in. So the Lions have got Thomas along with Rabe on the floor. Devin Young, Mitch Moorhead. And now they get the ball to Simpson, and Simpson lost the handle. Simpson loses it off to Bosizovic, and then he came in from behind, knocked the ball away, and it stays with Waynesburg. Turnovers even at 3 apiece, 13:01 left to go. It's one thing Toby Kerrigan said the Lions had to reduce was the amount of turnovers that they commit during a ball game. Inbounds pass on the left-hand side. Heater now to Bosizovic for the 3. Left side, no good. Rebound Mitch Moorhead. Moorhead gets it up the floor to Rabe into the front court up the right side. Now to Moorhead between the circles. Left wing to Thomas. Thomas lost the handle. Got it back. He's going to go all the way to the line, to the lane, and he'll be fouled on the way to the bucket. He also dished the pass off, so it'll just be a common foul. And now a timeout is going to be taken, a 30-second timeout by Waynesburg. 12:45 to go in the first half. It's Waynesburg 13, Mount St. Joseph 11.
Every day of the week is a party at J-Tap Sports Bar and Grill at 6441 Glenway Avenue. Start with Saturdays, where J-Taps is your official stop for Mount St. Joe's football before and after the game. On Sunday is the NFL Sunday Ticket. See a different game on every screen. And while you're there, check out the great service while enjoying all the different entrees on the J-Taps menu. It's wing night for Monday Night Football. Tuesday is boneless wing night, and Wednesday stop by for gyro night. It's the place to be. Open every day at 11. J-Taps Sports Bar and Grill at 6441 Glenway Avenue in Cincinnati.
Sean Sullivan leading the way and scoring for the Lions so far tonight with 7 points. Matt Popick has got 6 in tonight's ball game. 12:45 remaining to go in the first half. Lions have the basketball after the timeout by Waynesburg. They inbound the ball to Simpson. Left baseline to Young. Young backs into the line. Now backs off to the baseline. Laid it up with the left hand. Good. Devin Young with his first 2 of the ball game, and we are tied up for the second time tonight at 13. Bosizovic gets it over to Carper. Carper dribbles on the left-hand side, got the ball stolen away by Simpson. Simpson will bring it up on the break for the Lions, and he's going to be fouled, bringing it up the floor on the break. And that'll be against Frank Bosizovic. That is his first personal, and the third against Waynesburg as a team. 12:21 remaining in this first half. We are tied up at 13. This is easily the closest the Lions have been at this point in the first half in any of their first 3 ball games. Woods is going to drive the lane, kick it back out front to Simpson. Ball stolen away, and then stolen right back by Simpson. Simpson then had the ball stolen from him. Back out front on the left-hand side to Auld. Auld put up the 3-pointer, no good, and the rebound is taken down by Brady Thomas. Thomas will bring it up the left-hand side. Bounce pass underneath the Moorhead, left of the lane. Kicks it back out front to Simpson. Simpson is going to drive right of the lane, and he'll be fouled on the way to the bucket. Actually, he'll be kicked on the way to the bucket. And the foul is committed by Aaron Novad out of Newcastle, Pennsylvania. So Novad picks up his first personal, and that is the 15th foul against the Yellow Jackets early in this ball game. Putting into play will be Simpson, right of his own bucket on the baseline. Inbounds at the Young left corner. Young guarded on the baseline, dribbles inside the lane with the left hand, throws up a left-handed hook shot in the lane from 10, got it. Young's got 4, and he's looking more aggressive tonight than he has in the first 2 games combined. 15-13, Lions pick up their first lead of the ball game. Sideline right is Carper. Carper back out to Gerhardt, top of the key, left of the circle. Now three-pointer, put it up, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It went off Carper's hands. Carper saying it went off Young's hands, but the official will have none of it, and the ball goes back to the Lions with 11:23 to go in the first half. Lions with the lead by 2. Moorhead in the front court. Gets it off to Young, right of the circle. Back over to Brady Thomas, left of the circle. Around a pick by Young to the free throw line, right of the lane. Laid it up with the right hand. Got it on the rim, no. Rebound tapped around, comes into the hands of Gerhardt. Boy, Thomas had the shot, just couldn't get it to go. Vasiljevic gets it over on the left-hand side to Smith. Smith kicks it over to Gerhardt, right corner, back to Smith, right of the lane. Smith backs in against Young. Turnaround 5-footer, nope, but Young got him on the arm with the foul. Devin with his first, and that will be the second against the Lions as a team with 10:40 to go in the half. A lot of scores to go over at halftime. Ohio State wins this afternoon over Michigan, 62-39. It's the most points I've ever seen, and I mean in my lifetime, ever seen an Ohio State team put up on a Michigan team. Jake Cropper back into the ballgame. Devin Young will sit down. Cropper in with 2 points. Second one by Smith. He hit the first one. He's got 6. Second one is no good. Nice box out by the Lions, and they pick the rebound up off the floor by Rabe. Gets it off to Cropper. Cropper on the right side. Now to Simpson. Simpson down on the right block to Moorhead. Dribbles out to the three-point arc, top of the circle. Back out between the circles to Cropper. Over to Moorhead, 14 on the shot clock. Moorhead pump faked, almost went up with it, but didn't. Back to Cropper. Right wing to Thomas. Back to Cropper. Cropper is going to drive inside. Hook pass out, and he walked with the basketball. (15-14), Lions lead it by a point, 10:25 to go in this first half. Bringing it across will be Popick. Popick goes on the right side to Cam Ald. Ald gets it to Gerhardt, now inside the lane to Brennan Smith. Laid it up on the rim, no good. Rebound knocked around off the hands of Woods. Picked up by Brennan Smith, now gets it off on the left-hand side to Carper. 15-footer left wing, nope. Rebound Thomas. Thomas will bring it the other way for the Lions, up the right-hand side to Woods. Woods outside the three-point arc to the top of the key with a left-hand dribble. Now Woods, bounce pass, it goes to Moorhead. Back to Woods. Woods right of the circle. Get it back outside to Cropper. Ball knocked free, and Cropper had to chase it down near the timeline. 13 on the shot clock. Simpson off to Moorhead. Moorhead right side, baseball pass to Simpson, right wing, around a pick by Mitch. Gets it back on top of the key. Now to Moorhead, right block, backing in against Gerhardt. Turnaround hook shot from the right side. Nope, and the rebound taken down by Brennan Smith. Smith will get it up the floor into the front court to Popick. Popick, top of the key, three-pointer off the front iron. No, rebound Cropper. Jake will bring it the other way. Lions bring it up the left-hand side with Jake Cropper in command. Around a pick by Moorhead to the top of the circle, between the legs dribble, down to Moorhead left block, backing into the lane. Looking underneath, can't find anyone. Picks up the dribble, now out to Thomas, right corner to Woods for the three-pointer, right corner, got it! Cedric Woods has got 5, and it's 18-14. Lions lead it by 4. That's another thing the Lions have not done a very good job of this year so far, is shoot the 3. With it is Popick on the right-hand side. Goes to Carper, put it up, no good. Rebound, Jake Cropper. Cropper will bring it up the right-hand side. Cropper with it on the right side to Simpson. Now down on the baseline to Cropper. Cropper right of the lane, turns to the baseline, threw it up, and he's going to be called for a traveling violation. So the turnover will give it back to Waynesburg. Moorhead and Thomas will come out of the ball game. Now Owen Alcorn will come in for the first time tonight. He's number 30, also out of Kentucky, 6'7" sophomore. Ald is going to leave the contest. Into the ballgame, Jake Doherty, 6'3" junior, in for Mark Christener's ball club. Popick will bring it across the timeline, guarded by Rabe, who's back in. Sean Sullivan has also checked back in for the Lions. He's got 7. On the left-hand side is Popick. Popick dribbling in against Rabe outside the three-point arc. Now to Bosilovic, gets it into Smith. Smith, nice up and under move, and he walked with the basketball. That's why it was such a nice move, because he shuffled the feet. So the turnover gives it back to the Lions. That is unofficially 4 turnovers tonight in the contest. And into the front court. On the right-hand side is Smith. Now to Sullivan. Sullivan with it at the right side. Sullivan, bounce pass right side. It goes to Devin Young. Young with it. 7:54. Young, cross-court pass to Sullivan. Sullivan left corner 3, no good. And the rebound is taken down by Gerhardt. Gerhardt brings it up the right side. Gets it back out top of the key. It goes to Shane Johnson. Johnson back out on the right side to Brendan Smith. Smith's going to put up the 3. No good. Brendan Smith got his own rebound, laid it up and in. Smith has got 8. And Rabe will bring it up the floor. And with the other coming the other way. With the basketball. Now it is 21-16. Mount St. Joseph on top of it. The other way comes Johnson. Put it up, no good. And the rebound is taken down on the play by Mount St. Joseph. And we're going to take a timeout here. 6:46 to go in the ball game in the first half, and it's 21-16 Mount St. Joseph.
Explore your nursing career options at Mount St. Joseph University. Built upon 90-plus years of experience in nursing, the Mount's nursing programs prepare professional and ethical leaders who promote holistic, evidence-based healthcare practices. The Mount's nursing programs are fully accredited by the Commission of Collegiate Nursing Education. Apply now at msj.edu/apply to begin classes in the fall. Mount St. Joseph University continues to be a proven leader in nursing education. Visit us at msj.edu.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
I've got one at the office. But I didn't bring it with me. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Even think about it. Either that or I got another computer at home. That's so weird. Well, that happens, yeah. Technology, I feel like it's always technology. Yeah. Like, there's not anything we can do about it either. That's not good. I want to see if we can, like, if I have something that's like this. Go ahead, look. Yeah, go ahead. Well, actually, I don't. This is a Toshiba. I think we all have something different. Yeah. Where's the end of this so I can try and. Sure, this right here. Yeah, take it out.
Hey, this is what they've been waiting for. You ready? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, shine like this, to the matter of time I spent, was locked up in the regular, petty waiting, cuffs locked on the wrist, see my dreams unfold. Now you think have the truth, it's time to marry the game.
Alright, cool. Before I break down. must not be able to find it. Right where it is too. It's in my office.
Yeah, and that always feels the worst too. Like,
yeah. I also got the other computer I can always bring too. So. No shit.
Like, not much you can do, honestly. Like Blake's laptop right now. He said it froze. It's so active that he can turn it off. Like, maybe shut it down and my phone is supposed to fix itself. But he said it's still freezing. Like, just randomly, like, just randomly, like, this is nuts.
Yeah, I don't know. I may get home at my work. I don't know. But I know the strip is working.
Yeah, because this is the one that is charged.
Yeah, I mean, my receiver is plugged into the strip and it's on. So it's got. It might be the car. Yeah, it's got to be this.